Maine, it's a clear night. Screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. Truth got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, guys. We just call hoes down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, guys.
My name is Aidan Kearney,
known online as
Turtleboy, and is a senior editor for
TVDailyNews.com.
They call me
Dr. Turtleboy.
It's my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. Timothy Kearney.
The one and only Turtleboy.
Turtleboy.
What's up, Slick?
The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's right, the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
Turtleboy has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here.
You're the crowd daddy.
Crazy. People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started. Yo, what's up, people? How's everyone doing out there tonight? Good? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you'd like, up to and including Journalism Jesus when I'm preaching gospel. That's my spiritual name. You can call me A. Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name when I'm putting on leather-bound jackets and going deep into the woods, deep in thought, solving murder mysteries, doing that. You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, old school turtle riders call me that. You can call me just Turtleboy. A lot of people just call me Turtleboy. I prefer Dr. Turtleboy. It's my preferred pronoun because if, Judd Welcher gets to be a doctor, then I get to be a doctor too. It's only fair. You can call me, what else can you call me? Daddy. Some people might find that a little bit weird. Others might find it fun, flirtatious, playful, and, sexy even. Although some might find it awkward, especially men. Totally get that too. But sometimes daddy's just got to come out and he's got to play. Daddy's just got to come down and lay the law down because sometimes you guys get a little out of control and you have to give you the full shaft and just remind you who's in charge here. Okay. You call me Turtle Dove, as Rat House Media points out here. You can call me different kinds of daddy. You can call me Saint Daddy, Media Daddy, Crowd Daddy, Brow Daddy, Theater Daddy, and especially, of course, Fridge Daddy, because I fix fridges like it's going out of style. I fix all sorts of appliances, stoves, kitchen tables. What else? Sinks, dishwashers, all sorts of shit, man. I fix it all. All right. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp, and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Hook it up. I'm also Trent's daddy. I got humped by a dog recently. You guys might have seen it on my last YouTube presentation. I guess I could show it to you now. It's kind of, most of you guys have probably seen this already. So watching the Patriots go to the AFC Championship game backward, go to the Super Bowl actually the other day, as I normally do this time of year, or normally used to back when we had Tom Brady, but the good old days are back. And as you guys might have seen here, I got humped by a dog. So let's just check the tape out real quick. Okay. Let's rewind. Hold on. So this was when Stidham threw the ball backwards. Clearly it was a backwards pass. I thought it was a fumble at first, but it didn't matter. They ruled it an incomplete pass. And the play is dead when that happens, right? And so, but it was if it was a fumble, it would have been a fumble return for a touchdown. Would have been awesome. We ended up scoring anyway. It didn't really matter, but that was our only touchdown. But either way, we're like, yes, finally, we're getting some points here. I was all excited about it. As it turns out, it was a backwards pass, which means it's a live ball, which means it's the same thing as a fumble, essentially. So but the whistle blew the play dead, so you can't review that. You can review whose ball it was, whether it's forward or backwards or not, but you can't review, who, whatever. You get the point here. So thank you, Mo Esquire. Remember 3 months. Nice to see you. Go Pats. Anyway, so I got a little excited. We finally had some action there, and so did Trent the dog. And then this happened.
Ball! Yes! Touchdown! Touchdown! Oh my God, he's so excited. Oh my God. He's so excited.
Oh God. Oh my God.
That's a I'm sorry. I didn't know. The dog, bro, the dog went crazy, dude. He scratched me good. You got a little excited there. Bro, that was crazy.
No, but it was nuts. Let's check the review. Let's check the play-by-play. Let's check the review here. What happens? Okay. So it starts off.
Yes! Touchdown!
Little excited. Got a little ahead of myself. It was not actually a touchdown. But this is a small room. Okay. I need a bigger house. And I'm getting one, actually, or not. I had a home inspection today, so I'm moving soon. I don't know when. I'm not telling anyone where I'm living. I'm sure the trolls will find out eventually. We were hoping that we could do this like anonymously, like maybe set up like some sort of trust or something like that. But the problem is you really need a homestead, right? And like, especially in my line of work, a homestead protects you in case because I get sued a lot for bullshit. And this just protects, like, they can't touch your house basically if you have a homestead. And a homestead has to be like in your name. So yeah, I'm moving, staying local. Obviously got to stay close to my kids. And it's going to be dope, man. It's going to be dope. I'm really excited. Like buying a house. This is the third house I've bought. So I'm not like, a house flip or anything. That I bought my starter home in Worcester in 2009. Okay. I think I paid $150,000 for this like 1,000 square foot house in Worcester. It's great. Sold it for I took like a $10,000 loss on it. Like I sold it like 7 or 8 years later. and I forget what I sold it for, but either way, that was in 2016 because we were moving into our house in Holden, the marital home, as they call it. And, it was a really nice home, and we made a home there. We had 2 lovely kids there. But then you get divorced, and they can't belong to both people, right? And so that's fine. So I've been renting for 2 years now. And the problem, it's a great place. I like it here. It's fine. But it's not my home. You know what I mean? It's not my home. And it's got furniture that's not mine, all the shit that's not mine. It's not mine. You know what I mean? You want something for your own. And you're just pissing money away every month. You're just throwing money away. Like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm paying for rent. It ain't cheap, but it is, it's convenient because everything's included, and it's but at the same time, you just want your own shit. It is nice because you can have home when you're renting, something gets broken, you just call the guy that owns the house and he fixes it because he's the landlord, right? Whereas you get your home now and something goes wrong, you better fix it. So we had the home inspection today, and that's a big thing. And my realtor tells me today, we had good, because you never know what you're going to get with a home inspection. They might be like, oh, it's fucking termites or needs new this or that. And $10,000-$15,000 it's going to cost you. And then you got to renegotiate to ask, you know what I mean? It's a pain in the ass. So I lost a home once. My first offer for a home in 2009, I put in an offer for a home. I forget it was 170 or 180, I forget what it was. And then we got, the home inspection comes, the roof is fucking done. It needs a new roof tomorrow. So that was $15,000 back then. I don't know what a new roof costs now. It's probably $25,000 or $30,000. Who knows? But back then, I'm well, we tried to renegotiate with them, and the seller ended up finding someone else that they also represented. And that way she got to keep both the seller's attorney, the realtor represented both parties or something. I don't know. She kept the whole commission that way. She made out. I think the loser was the seller. The winner was the realtor, and lost the home over that, but that's okay. I didn't need it. I got a better one. And so anyway, I just want a home. And so we got the home inspection today. My realtor texted me and she goes, for what it's worth, this home inspection report is the shortest and best I've ever seen. So that's great. That's awesome. When I'm so that's good, right? I said, and she said, very good. You'd be horrified at some of the reports I've seen in some of these. That's great. When you get, so we're ready to go. Now the seller, it's one of these things where it'll be a couple months because the seller has to find a home. There's always, and you win if you don't have a place to sell, you automatically win. You are automatically the most intriguing bet, because all the other people put offers in. I don't know how any of this shit works. I'm just learning this. All the other people who put bids in, right? They're always well, we'll buy it, but it's contingent upon us selling our house, right? That's drama. That's baggage that sellers don't want. It's me. I don't gotta sell shit. I'm ready to fuck right now. Let's fuck. You want to fuck? Let's fuck. All right. And so I'm yeah. So I was the most, attractive buyer, and, it's awesome. And because I need my kids share a room here. It's weird. They just they're getting too old for that shit. And so, they want their own rooms. That's just what they want. And, I want more, it's I've earned that shit. Fuck it. I've earned that shit. And also you're pissing money away. So now it's nice. I have a fucking asset. It's really nice to have an asset. If you die tomorrow, this is something that you have, right? Boom, done. Even though it technically belongs to the bank, but you put money into it, that money is yours. That's your equity, as they call it. So anyway, you guys probably know more about this stuff than me, but it was a fun process. And I happen to be, right around, not saying where, but it's local, very local, because I couldn't move far. And by the way, it's so much cheaper to live out here. All you people in Eastern Mass, when I saw the price on 34 Fairview Road, I'm you have to be fucking kidding me. $950,000 they put that house up for. They sold it for $900,000, right? Because, they were trying to get out of Dodge because they killed someone inside there. So they had to leave. And, $900,000 they paid. And it was a piece of shit. The new owner like invested a lot of money into flipping that thing around. If 34 Fairview was like in good condition, that would have been over a $1 million home. Why? How the fuck is that $1 million home? It's 500 square feet. It is 5 bedrooms, but I don't even know. Do they even have like a master bath in that? Like, did Brian and Nicole Albert even have a master bath? I don't even know. It's not that fucking nice. Okay. And it's over $1 million because it's in Canton, because it's Eastern Mass. Like, it is so much more. Like, you move that house to Worcester or Holden, that house is going to sell for under $700,000 easily. Right. And it's, so much better that way, but it's the location. Anyway, this is small. I went on a rant there. It's a small little room I'm in here, and the dog gets a little bit excited. Okay. And it's not my dog, but he's a really good dog. I really like Trent.
Touch!
And so I'm like, touchdown. And then all of a sudden Trent is up. Like, okay. So this is when I'm like so excited, and Trent, I'm like, okay. I thought he was like, dogs are like get irritable. They jump on you. I thought he was just like, what's going on? Oh, you want to play? No, he did not want to do that. He wanted to do something else. So he jumps on there, and look at his eyes. Like, let's fuck. Okay. And then I'm like, what's he doing? And then the arm comes around. I've never seen that. I got like the bear hug by Trent, and I'm like, what is happening now? What? I've never been hugged by a dog before. I'm like, is he hugging me? What is he doing? He's like hugging me. He's like literally putting his arm around me. Like, bro, what? Okay. And then I'm like, okay, is he going to stop there? And I'm like, okay, now what? Now he's the other one is like scratching my back. I'm like, okay, what's he doing? Is he just getting excited and jumping up and down? No. And then I didn't even notice this until I watched the replay. I did not even notice that I watched the replay. Wait, what's happening?
Oh my God.
And look it's a thrust. He's thrusting.
God,
Look at his down here.
so excited.
He's giving it to me. He's like, he's fucking me.
Oh my.
He is fucking me. He's trying to fuck me.
God.
He's trying to fuck me. Like, that's stream.
So excited. I got to
again. Look at that. He is boning me.
Ouch.
Look at it. He's like, oh, you want to fuck? Like, I don't know if he thought that I was like that's like my mating signal or something. I just yelled touchdown, and he's like, oh, want to fuck? Okay. And so Trent just jumps him. He's like, okay. He said touchdown. That to me is code for let's fuck, and non-consensually. And so he just jumps on top of me, and look at him throw. I'm like, what's happening here?
Oh my God,
and he's just pumping away. Dude, he's pumping away.
Oh my God.
I think I grabbed. I was like, okay, Trent, that's quite enough of you. But yeah, so that was my day. But we won. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, guys. We have how many more days? 12 more days. That's right. 4.5 point underdogs. 4.5 point underdogs. I think that's a bit much, don't you? I understand that the Seahawks are pretty impressive, whatever. I've gone over their resume. I've gone over the teams they've beat. They lost to the Bucs. Did you guys know they lost to Tampa Bay? Remember we went into Tampa Bay and beat the fuck out of them? Yeah, same team. I think there was like a week apart too. Not worried about them. Sam Darnold. 2 words. Seeing ghosts. All right. That last time he played New England, he was seeing ghosts. So that's what he said. So I ain't worried about Trent the dog at all. All right. So that's that. Where was it going? Also went skiing today with the kids. Took them there. Had a lovely time in Massachusetts, and it was great. We did they outgrew the bunny hill. We actually got on a lift and did that for the first time, but it's just nice. 2 days off from school, back at it tomorrow though. So big day on Friday. I hope to see a lot of you guys there. Suffolk Superior Court. All right. At 9:30 a.m. I know it's not Dedham. It's not quite the same vibe, but it's a big hearing, man, to recuse specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. We need him to be dismissed because he has a conflict that we're going to go over tonight. We go over it a lot. We're going to go over it one more time, drill it in there, exactly why there's a conflict in this case. So anyway, during the show tonight, if you guys want to have your turtle chats read out loud to the class, there is a link at the top that can help you do that. You can click on it. It's called Turtle Chat. You can pay whatever you want. say whatever you want, and I will read your messages out loud to the class as they come in. Or conversely, you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. So let's see what we got here. If we have any yet. Let's see. Okay, first up is from Nobody Cares Action. Nobody cares. And by the way, that felt so good, that rant I did. I don't know where that came from. The Nobody Cares. It was the best rant ever. Because, like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And it just summed it up perfectly. Like, dude, this has been done before. Krusty's been doing this shit for years. Like, get a new shtick. Okay? Get it. Like, oh, we're going to burn Turtleboy out his personal life. They are literally sharing, like, 5-year-old shit from Krusty now. That's how pathetic they've gone. Oh, kids in the bathtub. And like, we've debunked all that shit a long time ago. Ryan Waters. Nobody cares. Nobody cared in 2021, 2022, when all this shit came out. Nobody cares now. Even less people care now. Even less people. Somehow you found something that people care even less about. Nobody cares about your IPs. Nobody cares about your screenshots. Nobody cares about your group chats. Nobody cares about any of that shit. You know why nobody cares about that? Because of me. That's why nobody cares. Because I haven't, like, unless I've, like, done something wrong to hurt somebody, like, you know, like a kid or a fucking innocent person, or I, you know, raped someone or something just horrific that you can't look past, right? Then you don't care, because that's not what anyone is here for. Everyone is here for the entertainment and the fun and the good time. And if you think for 1 second that any of these fine people out there watching me tonight are going to say, you know what? I really enjoyed Aidan. I really like going on his YouTube. I really liked his show. But then, you know, his, you know, a koala and his ex-girlfriend, like, started posting IP addresses about him and, like, burner accounts. And, like, now I just don't like him anymore. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I will lose exactly 0 followers for that. Exactly 0. And it will affect me not at all. It will not affect me in court. You know, anyone's attempts to, like, you know, I'm meeting with Mark Bettero tomorrow for dinner. He's still here. He was never going anywhere. All right. We're stronger. Like, he's seeing this shit through. Bradel's seeing this shit through. We got turtles to free. We got First Amendments to fight for. We got John O'Keefe's to get justice for. And that's how we do it in this case. We don't care about your screenshots. We have much bigger shit we're doing over here. We don't care at all. We're never going to care, and it's going to be awesome. Okay? So suck on that. All right. So our first one is from Nobody Cares Group Action. Says, Dr. Turtleboy, good luck for Friday. Keep on the fight to protect the First Amendment. We support you from the United Kingdom, and we really don't care about quote-unquote bombshells. Exactly. God bless. Like, imagine someone in another country caring at all about me like that. Like, oh, I live in London. Oh, but this guy over in Worcester, Massachusetts, or Holden, he's like, I really liked his YouTube presentations. And then I found out about the IP addresses. Oh, no, I really care about that. No, nobody cares. And you know what makes me cool? Like, because I'm likable and they're not. The people trying to expose me, if you listen to them, they are boring. They are not fun. You know what I mean? They resemble a dead fish. Like, you just tell they're not cool. They're not funny. They're not, like, energetic. They just don't know, like, they don't know how to put it all together. If you gave me the same content that they had to work with, I could make it interesting. I could expose me way better than them, but they're just not good at it. They're boring and nobody likes them. Nobody likes them. So there's that. All right, next. Richard Head, which I think is a euphemism for dickhead, sends $10 and goes, listen, Turtle, the Cheatriots, oh boy, are going to get beat like a redheaded stepchild in the Super Bowl blowout. Super blowout, they're calling it. Go Hawks. I don't know about that. I think we were underdogs in 2014. How'd that turn out? You ever heard of a guy named Malcolm Butler before? Ever heard of him? The Butler did it. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. You know, they're, you know, people like Drake May isn't looking as good in the playoffs, whatever. Okay. Yeah. He's gone against 3 of the top 5 defenses. He'll be fine. And it's a team game. We're the Patriots. We'll be great. We're going to win. We're going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to be awesome. Now, I don't know if I'm going to stream the whole thing. I usually go to my friend's house to watch the game. And, you know, a lot of people don't like being on camera. A lot of people don't like my real world friends outside of Turtleboy, you know, they don't want to be on camera. They don't, you know, they got jobs. Some of them are state police themselves and definitely don't want to be on, you know, not that they don't support me or anything like that, but just that, like, you know, the job, you get on there, you're getting drunk with Turtleboy. What's going on there? You know, they don't need that. So, not everybody wants to be, you know, Turtleboy famous. So anyway, so I'll be doing that. Nice to see you, Mazda Patriots. Let's go. This dude's like the biggest, like, homer. He's the best. Listen to Mazda's takes on sport ball. You'll love it. All right. All right. Next. So I disagree with you, Richard Head, but good luck to your Seahawks anyway. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. All right. Next we have here, $5 from Linda. And says, Doc, Trent was just trying to fix the TV. Yes, he was. Trent's appliance repair workshop there. Good luck Friday. Love you. Well, thank you so much, Linda. Let me see if we have any cash apps there. Somebody sends me a text and goes, great. Now Trent the dog is going to betray Aidan, go psychotic, and become friends with koalas and raccoons. That might I mean, that is the trend. That is... But if history repeats itself, that is what happens sometimes. All right. Cool. All right. No, we're good. All right. If anyone else wants their messages read out loud to the class, the link to the top for Turtle Chat is there, or you can cash at me at $Uncle Turtleboy, and you can do it that way. All right. All right. All right. Let's just jump right into the content, shall we? So, before we get into anything, let me just put a poll up in the chat. I'm kind of curious where people are with this. Hold on. Little poll here. All right, here's the poll. Are you familiar with Turtleboy's work exposing Monica Cannon Grant? Do you know how, like, are you familiar with, not like, have you heard of it before? Like, are you aware of what I've done and who this person is? That's my question for you in the chat as I pull something up. Let's see what people say. Give me one sec. All right, let me see what the poll results say. No. Okay, good. 62% of people watching say no. And because a lot of people, so Monica Cannon Grant was my big story prior. I mean, one of my big stories prior to Cameron Reed. And I worked at this shit. I worked hard at this shit. And long story short, I've been writing about her since like I first wrote about her in 2017. And then I started really going at her in 2020 and exposing her and writing about her until 2022 when she got arrested by the feds and indicted because of my work, like entirely because of my work. And she swore and swore she was never going to plea or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I think I have, here's a post that she made. Let's see what we have here. This is a post that Monica made after she was charged or indicted or whatever by the feds. And she said, let's see here. On this fuck around and find out Friday morning, we have a goal to reach. What you should know. Number one, I will not take a plea. Okay? I will not take a plea. 2, trial is March 7th. And 3, legal representation costs money. As it turns out, the only true statement in this post was number 3. Legal representation does cost money. However, she said she would not take a plea. And on the day of the Wilbur, September 12th, 2025, she took a plea. Okay. And so trial never happened. And on Thursday of this week, she is going to be sentenced in federal court. And we're going to go over tonight for the newbies, right? who this bitch is, right? And because I'm going to try to be there. I always said I'd be there for her sentencing, even though the guidelines are not what I was hoping for sentencing. I thought she'd be getting more. Okay, it really was. But anyway, let's start from the beginning here for those of you unfamiliar with it. All right, let's pull this up. All right. So BLM Boston leader. This is July 18th, 2020. This is right in the middle of the BLM riots and everything in the middle of the summer of 2020. Remember when they fixed COVID? Remember we couldn't go anywhere for a while? Like everybody had to stay home to stop the spread and put your mask on and all that stuff. And then George Floyd got killed and like, boom, COVID was fixed. Like gigantic crowds everywhere. Like it was just fixed. Okay. You just go out. And so this is during that whole time. And Monica was, she's a loudmouthed, opinionated woman who loves to play the race card and milks it good, right? And makes a lot of money off of it. And when George Floyd got killed, she was like cash money because she became kind of like the de facto leader of Black Lives Matter Boston and held a bunch of protests and rallies. There was like 50,000 people at the Boston Common. Like it was nuts. Right. And she was somehow the leader of this whole thing. And she's palling around with a lot of influential people we're going to see. All right. And so there she is right there. Okay. There she is with Ayanna Pressley. This is her. She had a nonprofit called Violence in Boston Incorporated. And as you can see here, this was like her opening, whatever, grand opening that she was going to have for it. And Marty Walsh, the former mayor of Boston, was there. He served in the Biden administration. All these like other dignitaries, they're all going to be there, blah, 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 blah. But this is Monica Cannon Grant. This is who she is.
Misunderstandings. We're going to have a lot of misunderstandings in this city. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Y'all picked the right one. Y'all picked the right one.
Oh.
I'll organize 45,000 motherfuckers to be on y'all's front lawn. I'm not playing.
Okay, so that's nice. And what's this one?
Y'all don't get to fucking keep and fucking abolish cash bail. Fuck your bail. They're literally getting rich off of fucking bail, and they're so ignorant and so disrespectful, but we're supposed to believe that they're there to protect and serve us. FTP to the fucking death of me. I love y'all. I'm appreciative.
Okay. So that's Monica. We'll skip this whole thing. This is Rayla Campbell. Rayla ran for United States Congress against Ayanna Pressley in 2020. She was a Republican. She had no chance of winning because, you know, that is an extremely blue district that no person has a chance of winning. So like she was completely harmless, like to the establishment. Like I don't think Ayanna Pressley even spent a dime running against her. Like she had no chance, not because there's anything wrong with her, but because of the fact that, you know, she's a Republican. And as you can see, she is a black woman. Okay. And Rayla has been on the show many times before. And she's not a lot of black women are conservative. It's not a big demographic. Republican black women, not a big demographic. Okay. And so she ran, like she's running though. It's nice. It should be encouraged, like people getting civically involved and blah, 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 blah. So, but I'll tell you who didn't like her. Monica Cannon Grant, because to Monica Cannon Grant, like she doesn't like white people like me who don't agree with her. Right. She does like white people who give her money though. She's big and she likes that. She makes white people. She made white people pay her reparations. She had a little thing going on where she would make her and her friend Didi Delgado every week. They would make their white women followers literally pay them reparations. They called it that. Like it was crazy. It was the greatest grift ever. So anyway, but Monica hates people like Rayla Campbell because they are like traitors. That's the way they view her, like race traitors. And this is what she had to say. This is 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. This is the woman who is like being heralded in the media as like one of the great civil rights icons of our time. Okay. This is what she has to say about Rayla Campbell, who is married to a white man, which really makes Monica upset.
Keep your fucking hands off. And then this heifer running against Ayanna Presley. This one here with the white husband. At some point, we're going to have a conversation with black folks who get in a relationship with white folks and then forget that they black. We're going to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's going to fuck with y'all nerves. It's going to be uncomfortable. But we're going to have that conversation because if white vagina and white penises jeopardize your melanin, then we need you to sit in the back of the classroom. And this ain't your part of the show. And you don't get to talk right now. Until you practice some self-love, know your history, and realize where the fuck you came from, this ain't your part of the show. We need you to sit in the back. I need all the people that understand what it is to wake up black, regardless of how many educated gang symbols you have at the end of your name, regardless of how close in proximity you are to white supremacy, regardless of how many white penises you ride.
What? White penises?
And I ain't mad at you, sis, because if you riding that motherfucker for a credit score, get you that house, boo. Get your 40 acres in your mule. Just don't forget that you's a nigga.
What?
Haitian black man. But I get it. He living in Utah. He getting pink uncooked vagina.
Uncooked vagina? What?
I get it. What I need you to do, though, is keep your mouth shut on black shit if you ain't ready to be black. That's what I need you to do.
I'm ready.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm ready.
Tomorrow and be disrespectful. And I'll be damned if I let this
melanin adjacent
woman
melanin
whose
adjacent
proximity to white supremacy is so disgusting, right? Be disrespectful to our congresswoman because white folks have convinced her.
Oh yeah,
that she been drinking the water. I don't know. White folks have convinced her that she was better. I don't know. She was one of those. She's an exceptional Negro. Is that what it is? She crossed county lines to disrespect a white woman. Malcolm X would have blew somebody's fucking head off.
What?
Or ordered the motherfucking whatever. And I get it. You've been riding white penis for a while.
What?
I don't give a shit. You and Tom, Chad, Bill,
can get it.
Working, and they recognize the master don't give a shit because at a drop of a dime, their men was fucking slaughtered in front of them. We were raped and had to breastfeed their little ignorant ass kids that built fucking methamphetamine labs in the goddamn basement. And then you had the house Negro who was so excited about being in the motherfucking house that every time master got sick, they're like, "We sick, master." And every time master did something, "We's did it, master." And God forbid one of us tried to get away, the house Negro would go, "Look, they's trying to get away, master."
That's Rayla Campbell she's talking about.
Days are running again.
Days running.
That's what this woman is.
Right.
And Randolph, and we're going to figure out how to organize an event for our Congresswoman Ayanna Presley because we need this heifer to understand that regardless of how many white penises she ride, and regardless of how many white supremacists she recruit, and regardless of how many Trump supporters that she support, that at the end of the day, keep your hands off. Okay?
Sorry.
Keep your fucking hands off. And then when it comes to our district attorney, Rachel Rollins, yes, I fuck the police all day long and twice on Sunday.
What?
But what you not gonna do is put your hands on that black woman, you four white men.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so that she's lovely. And you know, here's what's this one?
A motherfucker working for the man is supposed to rule. We all right. While the rest of everybody else is fucking scraping and picking.
Okay, that's great. That's great. What's this one?
First, let me say this. Anything that happens in City Hall, I get notified by City Hall.
Oh, okay.
What that means is that there's motherfuckers working in City Hall that gives me the alley-oop. They call me from inside of meetings. They call me from inside of City Hall. They call me and hit me up and give me the drop on shit. How is it that the bitch that's in the bed on maternity leave knows everything that's happening?
So she wasn't like just some ratchet. Like she was like, you know, an actual like leader. Like she had connections in City Hall. This is Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston. This is a deleted tweet in which she goes, "Proud to be in the sea of tens of thousands following," and this was Monica's old handle at Pro Rock Thrower. "Thanks for all you do to challenge, inspire, and organize. Here's Monica." Yeah, here's Monica.
Sucks. And if somebody don't get some racial bias training to these white officers, we are one incident away from a race war.
That's not good. That's not good. We don't need that.
One incident.
Okay. Oh, and look who she goes on with here. Look who she's being interviewed by. Sue O'Connell says, I talk with Monica Cannon Grant of Violence in Boston about why the recent surge in violence in Boston is a familiar story. So I used to bust Sue's balls about this all the time. There was hardly anyone that's like more responsible for building up Monica Cannon Grant, because she didn't just become this on her own. Like the media made this woman legitimate, and people like Sue O'Connell, you know, you've seen Sue out there, and like, I mean, she's nice sometimes, but like with this shit, she was so wrong. And I was the only one in the media calling her out, the only one that had the balls to call this woman out and call her what she is. Like Elizabeth Warren is on a fucking panel with her. Pocahontas is out here, you know, doing a thing with her. Who's that? Marty Walsh. You name it. This isn't some just random. You know, this is like, oh, this guy, Joe Kennedy, the guy that ran for Senate, he loved her.
Hey everybody, we're here at Food for the Soul. I'm here with a dear friend of mine, Monica Cannon Grant.
Monica,
over the course of the past 10 weeks, has fed over 60,000 kids in our community.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm so honored to be here. We're helping out. I'm loading some food.
Really a friend of mine, but that's in other two properties.
Okay, so this is, you know, Joe. This guy loved her. He loved her. Anyway, just look at all this shit. Look at all these people loving there. So I wrote that article July 18th, 2020. And I'm like, fuck this woman. And I call her out and I'm like, no one can, if anyone's associated with this woman after that, they're a piece of shit. But they just kept being associated with that. Right. And she didn't lose any support like amongst leaders or anything like that. And so I did a 2-part series on here called, and this is like Canton cover up style, exposing Monica Cannon Grant's violating the law, exposing violence in Boston. That is the name of her nonprofit there, violating the law to bring in massive amounts of money. Right. And so then I go here and I'm like, okay. She talks about what a great leader she is and blah, blah, blah. And so I look up her corporation stuff. Right. And she's listed as the treasurer, director, and clerk. And her husband, Clark, at the time, was also listed as the director. And then they got this woman on there, Zaina Merchant or something. And she was like on the board or something. I don't fucking know. So they had this guy. They had a couple of useful white idiots that were like kind of like their way of like, I don't know, like they had connections, I guess you could say. And so you look up, I would look up on the IRS website. They're listed on the IRS website as a tax exempt organization. And you go to their website and she has several partners, including Marty Walsh and former city councilor Tito Jackson and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. And she lists several vague references to unnamed people she's helped in the community, right? Including one that she shared twice about a man who needed legal assistance. And she doesn't like prove any of this shit. It's like, give me money, give me money, give me money. Okay. And so after George Floyd gets killed, and I don't know if you guys remember this, white people were just looking for a way to give money away to black people. Like there was like, what can I get? Like, I feel so bad. There was a lot of that. People like, oh my God, he's black and the cops are white and I need to give money to somebody. I have to feel better about myself. That's what we call white guilt. There's a lot of white people out there that were just looking, who can I give? I need a black person to give money to. And Monica Cannon Grant sees that, smelt that shit from a fucking mile away. She was like, oh, cash money. And so she's like, I'm going to be the leader of this thing. And all these white idiots are going to give me money. And I went through her finances and I found out like all of these organizations gave her money. Elizabeth Warren, Ayanna Pressley, you know, all these other institutions and charitable funds and look at all these things. I went through all her finance. All these people gave her fucking money. All of them. I was able to track down every single dollar given to them. It added up to millions of dollars that she took in. Millions, right? In one fucking summer. She's like, thank you to the donors. Because she's thanking the donors. She's publishing them all on here. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the money. Okay. What's this Lyft thing? In June She said she received $35,000 from Nike. 4 days later, she got $70,000 from the Bar Foundation, right, for COVID-19 shit. I mean, look at all this money coming in. This is crazy, bro. Look at all this shit. Okay. I mean, look, $8,000 for a fundraiser that she did. She just does random fundraisers. $10,000 for a COVID relief fundraiser, whatever that means. Give me money on PayPal. A black femme mother, she says, who recently fell on hard times, cashed out her 401k and couldn't pay her rent. You just give her money for that. Just trust that this person exists. Just give me money. Give me money. Bro, I went back. These posts were going back years. I did so much research on this person and found out I got all the money together. I laid this shit out. And then I went on. She does occasionally post about the amount that comes in grant money, but blacked out the sources. Like she would post about it. And then this post right here gets her in trouble. This Facebook post right here gets her in trouble. It says, my view until Friday. This is June 24th, 2020. I'm grateful to have a husband who recognizes I need rejuvenating rest and also a team that understands the seriousness of self-care. So she goes to some resort in Maryland and pampers herself and is like, I'm just in self-care. Okay. Give me money. So that's part one of the, just kind of all the money. Then part two of that series is right here. And Rachel Rollins, after I wrote Rachel Rollins, who, if you'll recall, the former DA of Suffolk County and U.S. attorney, she was the U.S. attorney at the beginning of the Karen Reed saga, who resigned about a month into the Karen Reed saga after I started writing about it over some completely unrelated ethical violations that she had committed. I used to hate Rachel Rollins and go at it with her, right? And expose her. Nobody exposed me harder. And then on June 18th, 2023 or 2025, Rachel Rollins puts out one of the most complimentary tweets ever. You guys, did you see Rachel Rollins tweet about me on June 18th? I couldn't believe this. Let me see. I'm going to look up at DA Rollins. Look at this. This is her last. She has not tweeted since. Remember, Rachel Rollins used to be a close ally of Monica Cannon Grant. But after I reported on what she had done, that first violence in Boston thing, she immediately distanced herself. She abandoned Monica after that. And this is what Rachel Rollins tweeted on 20 minutes after the verdict. Without Turtleboy, does anyone know or care about the Karen Reed trial? His relentless reporting in the face of repeatedly being told by law enforcement that he was wrong and there was nothing to see here cracked this case wide open. That should not be lost in all of the reporting. Like, dude, this made, that is, I still can't believe that happened. This made the haters so mad. But anyway, that's that. Let me go back to part two of exposing Monica Cannon Grant. So she also, what do we have here? Blah, blah, blah. I talked about how the Globe covered for her for years. Like they wrote all these favorable things about her. Okay. These two Boston Globe reporters, Greenberg, I think it was one of their names, and Stephanie Ebert. Okay. And they talk about how blah, 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 what a great leader she is. Okay. You know, and I notice how like the things that she's saying in her interview with the Globe are counter to things that she has put on her website about money coming in. I'm like, oh, there's a miss right there. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And this is her son who is involved in the indictment. His name is Narayan, I think his name is. And remember, she's running the Violence in Boston group, what their goal is to like reduce violence in Boston. It's supposed to be like an ironic name. So they are supposed to be doing, reducing the amount of gun violence in Boston. This is her son who works for the nonprofit. This is his rap. That's her son.
Shout out to guys, man. Shout out bro Stacks, man. Shout out bro Dre. You know, niggas don't hate, but they cannot relate. Dogs. There's loyalty in this shit, man. Bitch. We them niggas grown, let them hate, get into the bag on the paper chase. Don't be a victim, I'ma catch a case. Matter of fact, nigga, I'ma do the race. Shots fired, hit him in the face, then lead a scene, won't leave a trace. Left the nigga shitty, he's some fucking waste. Got a bag, yeah, she don't give me face. Got bitches busting all through the place. I'ma do a drill, head to the kick. If you mention me, raise the murder rate. Wet mop in red tape. Don't be with me, cause you leatherweight. Y'all heard of me, that's fucking facts.
If you mention me, you raise the murder rape police tape and like red. Whoa, easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Remember, this is a guy who's supposed to be working for a nonprofit that's supposed to reduce violence in Boston. He's like, yo, mention me, increase the murder rate. What does that mean? What is this symbol? What is this about? What does this mean?
From busting bitches, maybe bust a chop. If you ain't triple G's, you can take a lot. If you fully nigga, don't give me tap. Bitch.
Gang.
Why the fuck you keep talking? You niggas is talking, you ain't kinda nothing. I'm counting these 50s, these 100s, you niggas is counting, you ain't spending.
I don't know. Am I going to get a copyright for this? I don't even know. Hopefully not. People like copyright. Do they have a copyright? This guy's got a copyright. Does everyone have a fucking copyright? I don't know. It's just like fair use. Anyway, that's that. So anyway, let's see what else. What was part of this? There he is. Bang bang. Okay. And anyway. Yeah, everyone's all worried about my copyright. She did a whole like interview. Let's see, Monica.
I'm in danger. At 7, my action.
I was like,
she had a whole documentary done on her.
Is that she always wanted me to make sure I finish school, have good grades.
Oh yeah.
Make sure my chores are done around the house.
Oh, you got to do your chores.
if you ever called my phone, I would answer.
Okay.
My help has.
Anyway, that's her whole thing. So I exposed her, right? And still, despite this, Joe Kennedy still doesn't distance himself from her. After this is published, like 2 weeks later, Boston Magazine features her as one of the like most influential heroes of Boston. Like the people who gave us hope. And there's Monica. Again, riding white penis for a credit score. Monica is featured in that. So I'm like, okay, so this means nothing to them. The Bruins literally paid her to go outside the fucking state house and wave their goddamn flag around, right? There she is. Like, what? She's probably never watched the Bruins in her fucking life. If he getting pink, we made memes for it. He getting pink uncooked vagina. I get it. But what I need you to do, though, is keep your mouth shut about black shit if you ain't ready to be black. If white vagina and white penises jeopardize your melanin, then we need you to sit in the back of the classroom. This ain't your part of the show. You don't get to fucking talk right now. Oh, okay. Regardless of how many white penises you ride, and I ain't mad at you, sis, if you riding that motherfucker for a credit score, get you that house, boo. Get you that 40 acres and a mule. Just don't forget that you're a N-word. Ooh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. So that's the Bruins honored that person. What else here? And then Rayla Campbell starts showing up at her rallies with Joe Kennedy when he was running for Senate that year. And it was kind of funny because watch this. Watch this. Watch what Rayla Campbell does to her here.
But when it's necessary and when it's right. Because
Our favorite racist bigot.
he stood with me in Frank
Kennedy.
There's Joe Kennedy.
Is he going to denounce her comments?
And now this is like, watch what Rayla Campbell does here. And just know that if I did this, I would be charged with witness intimidation. Watch what she does here.
He knows the work
Monica Cannon Grant, where are you, Turtleboy?
Where are you, Turtleboy?
It ends when justice is served.
There she
That's
is.
the righteous.
There, she was in the back.
Yes.
We need from our Senate.
Kennedy.
That's the righteous passion.
And funny story about politics in this all is that Rayla Campbell was tipped off to go down there by Rachel Rollins, who, remember, Rachel Rollins is like a communist. So why is she doing this? Because this is a primary. Joe Kennedy was running against Ed Markey for Senate, and Rollins backed Ed Markey, and Monica Cannon Grant backed Joe Kennedy. So Rachel Rollins is a crafty one. So she's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send in the wild card, Rayla Campbell. I'm going to send Rayla down there to do some shit and watch what she does.
One another.
Here we go. This is where it's interesting.
Hey, Joe, you going to denounce the bigot behind you? I'm melanin adjacent, apparently, according to her. You going to say something about that? Rayla Campbell for Congress. You going to say something about what she's been doing while you're standing up there giving hugs? Was she went on a 40-minute racial tirade about my family, about me being married to a white man, talking about how people should shoot me in the head. Harriet Tubman would have shot me. She called me a nigger. A nigger, all right? And you're standing there celebrating her. I'm running for Congress against Ayanna Pressley. Do I need this from someone who I don't even know? Who has no authority?
Okay. So that was pretty awesome. And again, that's the kind of, like, that's the thing you used. She ended up getting thrown out of there. But of course, if I did that, it would be witness intimidation. And so, you know, but my point here is, even after I write these stories about her, she still keeps her legitimacy. Right. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I could have stopped right there, but like, whatever. But I just keep writing about her. And I keep going because that's what I do. Story after story after story. And then is the opening of the Violence in Boston grand opening headquarters on September 7th, 2020. And you know what I do? I do what I always do. I show up with a megaphone and I protest. Okay. And this is back when you were allowed to protest. And so I show up there, right? And we call them the Turtleboy 6. 6 of us showed up. It was me, Rayla, Dump Truck's mom, who's Shannon LeBerry, who I've written about too. And this is Tony Fed. Tony Fed is the guy who was like one of the blue shirts outside the courthouse saying that Karen Reed is guilty. And he's the guy who like got in my face. And like, there's a famous picture of me like standing up next to him, like a big fat guy. He's just an idiot. Anyway, he's a grifter too, but we show up there and, you know, and then let's see, do we have the whole video of this? Where'd the video go? Do I have the whole video? All right, here's some videos. This dude shows up and like, watch what he does here. Like they sent a whole crew after us.
That about me. I don't give a fuck.
See that thing? That's like the sign for like, motherfucker, I'm strapped, motherfucker. Don't fuck with me. And this dude got kicked out. Do I have the whole video? This dude who got kicked out. Let's see if we can find that video. Do we have that? Do I have the whole thing? I have it somewhere here. Oh, here it is.
Moment. Against Ayanna Pressley. She's the Republican nominee.
I don't know if every Democrat. So.
Yeah, I know, but there is another party. And obviously, chances are slim. I know that.
I'm a Boston Democrat.
Okay, well, she's a Randolph Republican. She's an African-American woman running against, and I'm not invited press, so press is not allowed, only invited press. He didn't say who that press was, who those cameras are, or anything like that. And
this is a public sidewalk, right?
This is a public sidewalk.
Yeah, so we can stand on a public sidewalk because we are, in fact,
so
peacefully assembling.
See, she's like, we're there to protest. And the cops tell us you can protest, but not if you're a witness. This is crazy. And I think for like we might use this, I think, in my case. Because it's like I've been doing this shit for years. I did not know this was against the law suddenly. Like I've been showing up protesting people in public, and it's like, are you like now all of a sudden it's illegal?
Peacefully protesting racism.
And like I hate to say it, but it's like, you know, so it's okay when I do it to black people, but not white people? Is that what you're saying? It's suddenly all my protesting and showing up and like getting in people's faces, they let it slide when I did it to a black woman. But the second you try doing it to a white woman, like Jennifer McCabe, all of a sudden it's illegal. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Duly noted.
Yes. We're protesting against speech, against violence, against threats. We're against all that stuff because Monica Kearney has called radio some pretty heinous things.
So we start protesting.
Yeah. What would Malcolm X do if he was alive today to you?
People said some decent people on her board.
It's about that. The Monica is outside. Beautiful. The words coming out of the speaker right now. Jason. Whoa. Is this? Interesting tactics right there.
So we were literally playing Monica's own words that you just heard there on a speaker. We brought a speaker with us and we were playing her own words on the speaker outside.
I don't know. She's an exception on the world. Is that what it is? We know who you work for. We know who you work for.
Ernst, you guys remember Ernst? Ernst is the biggest asshole ever. And so this is Ernst. Ernst is a good friend of Mike Crawford. All right, Mike Crawford, after probably Sue O'Connell, no one is in the globe, no one is more responsible for legitimizing and sucking the dick of Monica Cannon Grant more than Mike Crawford. Mike Crawford had Monica Cannon Grant's back to the end of the fucking earth. Like, and when Mike Crawford interviewed me, Monica Cannon Grant went nuts on him because that was her. Like, Mike Crawford is the typical kind of white idiot that people like Monica Cannon Grant prey off of, because she looks at him like, that guy is a fucking idiot. That guy I can get money out of. That guy right there, if I just yell racism, 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 racism enough, he's going to be a good white boy. And he's going to be too afraid to be like, I'm not racist. He knows his role. Mike Crawford and people like him are weak and spineless. And so that's why people like Monica Cannon Grant prey on them. Mike Crawford has interviewed Monica several times and treated her like an icon. Okay. And that is why Mike Crawford and his crew didn't like me at first. We're going to get to that.
Come on. No violence. We're here to protest.
He just said I'm filled. What are you talking about?
Well, you're supporting. Are you hearing what's coming out here? I thought you didn't want to talk to me. I'm
talking to him. He called me filth.
The words coming out of the speaker right now are filth. This is garbage. Filth, hate speech. Down with hate speech. Down with hate speech. No more hate speech. No more racism. It's violence more than him. Nobody. What is wrong with interracial relationships?
Nothing.
Did you forget? I remember. Okay, all right. Tolerated in this progressive society. Does not look like it's happening.
Hold on. So I want to see when this guy shows up to like fight me. You got to see this.
Yeah. Uncooked vagina.
Uncooked vagina.
How ironic. Okay, somebody's threatening us. Okay, we got somebody here trying to threaten us. All right. Hanging out with the squad.
All right. So then this other dude so Monica rolls up in like an SUV, like she's the fucking queen. And then this other dude rolls up in a car behind her, and watch this. Watch this, dude.
Yes, I fuck the police all day long and twice on a Sunday. But what you not gonna do?
Okay, somebody's threatening us. Okay, we got somebody here trying to
I'm gonna slow it down to like regular speed.
Guy just drove up.
Is that her husband?
And a Beamer.
Okay.
And it is important to remember that Howie Carr, like Mr. Conservative Howie Carr, right wing Howie Carr, pals around with Mike Crawford, who legitimized all of this. All of this. Just remember that.
Violence in Boston. This is a interesting representation here, huh? We're being threatened because of peaceful protesting.
There he comes. Now look at this guy right here. Look at him.
Take a drink. Take a drink, tough guy. I'll bury you.
Come on, no need for that. We're here peacefully. Peacefully. So we've been threatened we are non-violently protesting against violence, and we are just threatened with violence. Threatened with violence. Will you denounce that violence? I don't know. This is very unpleasant, I know. Racism is not pleasant. We are here to disrupt the status quo.
Rollins, good morning.
Am I going to get kicked off? Am I going to get demonetized for that? So that dude gets kicked out. Then this dude shows up and does his thing. But then all of a sudden, later on, the dude reappears. The dude that just confronted us here. Watch what happens. He goes around the block. And all of a sudden, I notice him coming at us. Right? And I'm like, what? Oh, my, here. The dude's coming back, you know? And here he comes. Watch this. See him rolling up there? There he is right there.
With all that big dick energy, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna organize against both of these crazy motherfuckers, and I'm gonna mobilize. Because what you're not gonna do is.
And oh, this dump truck. That's dump truck. Dump truck. She runs the Turtleboy Secrets Twitter account and YouTube channel that has been trying to cancel me now for 4 or 5 years. She was a huge supporter of mine. Huge supporter. Came to all my shit. Big fan girl, very big, like physically big. And then decided that Turtleboy was bad one day and just has dedicated her entire life to trying to stop me and has failed, miserably failed. Right? Just like the rest of them, just like there's a lot of turncoats like Liz Irk, like people like that. Like I'm watching all these scumcuts. I see what they're doing. Just understand every single one of these motherfuckers who blew me and worship me and ask for fucking pictures of me. Can you sign my book? Can you do that? And then they turn into fucking turncoats and they think they're being sneaky about it. I see you, bitch. I fucking see you. Right? And this is temporary for now. Okay? Restrained Turtleboy is temporary for now. As soon as these charges are over, old Turtleboy's back. And he's keeping a fucking list. And just know that. And I'm watching fucking everything. I'm watching everything and I'm taking fucking notes, and you make your decisions now. You do what you want to do. Just understand when this is over, we're going old school. I hope you know that. We're going fucking old school. Remember old school Turtleboy? A lot of people seem to have forgotten about old school Turtleboy. We're bringing it back. So make your decisions wisely.
Disrespectful and think that the community as a whole ain't gonna respond. That's what you're not gonna do. Couple of things we're gonna tolerate, right?
That's a good one, Erica. That's a good one.
Shit, or whatever, you know, it's whatever. I see you.
Give me a call, Liz.
That's cute or whatever, right? You put a whole full page where you're filing legislation in a fucking county you don't represent. You're attacking decisions that she made to release black folks. You're doing a bunch of.
Okay, so he's like getting in his face. Watch this.
Because you don't think that she's.
Whoa! Second time now. That's assault. That's assault. What just happened? That's assault. 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 He just assaulted a woman.
He did. He assaulted a woman. He pushed a woman's side. Now it's assault. It was part of her hand. So anyway, so then the cops we end up leaving there 45 minutes later. It becomes kind of unsafe. This is Hyde Park. You know, we're just trying to get the fuck out of there. But anyway, so that was that one. And, you know, like I said, the media was there kind of, you know, sucking this woman's fupa and, you know, acting all like whatever. Like she's normalizing her, blah, blah, blah. And what else do we have here? She orchestrates. Okay, we show up to the police station. We protest her there. Oh, you know who was there? The young jerks were there. Actually, we have this. Let me see if we have it. So this is, look at her shirt. This is Lauren Pespisa from the Young Jerks. This is Mike Crawford's old partner. Okay. And because this is who Mike Crawford was prior to sucking Turtleboy's dick. Because that's what Mike Crawford did. And this is not drama. This is just a fact. This is history. Mike Crawford used to roll with a bunch of communists because that's who he is. Okay. And then he wised up in August of 2023, and he had me on his show because no one was watching him. And he's like, okay, this guy is killing it right now. I don't want to have Turtleboy on because Turtleboy is politically like an enemy of mine. Turtleboy aligns with everything I don't believe in, but the dude is killing it with the Karen Reed coverage. And I want views too. And so he had me on and he interviewed me. And then a lot of you started following. Had he not done that, which is really smart on his part, no one would be watching him. Better Row wouldn't be going on the show. No one would know who the fuck he was. And so, let's see. Lauren Pespisa was there. Let's see here. So she showed up. There she is. She was like one of the worst ones. Blocking me, trying to prevent me from coming up. Like, what's this? This is her. This was her outside the... Anyway, so this is Rayla just blowing the fucking megaphone interface. Anyway, so that's that one. What else do we have here? I have some other Monica shit we got to go over. What else do we have here? Some of her greatest hits. Oh, she got, look at this. Look what she was awarded with in 20. Hold on. So this is December 10th. Despite everything, despite all the articles, this is like 5 months in the works. Despite all the articles I wrote about her, she is featured as a Bostonian of the Year. There is no one person making change in Boston. It takes a collective to raise a community. And so she gets, kind of rewarded for that. What's this one? Oh, here's another one.
Yeah, I swear.
And what she's most famous for more than anything is her goddamn smoke detector, which is never, ever fixed, ever. It'll just never get fixed, ever. And so this is a rant about when some cops came to her house or something. And just listen to some of the shit she says here about the cops.
The fucking God, yo. Police station, and we will fucking protest until we get some fucking answers. Stop asking me how I feel about having a black police commissioner. He ain't doing a motherfucking thing for the black community, okay? He did not do shit for us. That him being in that position don't mean shit. The same way he got on Facebook with his free speech bullshit, talking about how he want to have free speech to critique fucking the ACLU who's fighting for fucking immigrants and making sure that they ain't fucking deporting people to goddamn ICE, right? Meanwhile, here I am going live asking for fucking housing assistance while it took 6 of your fucking white bullshit bitch ass officers to fucking do a traffic stop, harass a fucking kid to the point of no return because y'all knew he had a fucking record. Then you go, stop talking. If you don't want to go to jail, stop talking. So where the fuck is his free speech? Then he keeps talking. You cuff him and then try to accuse him of resisting arrest while you have him pinned up against a fucking car. I recorded you bitch ass niggas. I watched what the fuck you did. I promise you, I will be fucking Tupac Shakur dead out this bitch. What? You try it with mine. I promise you. Because I'm going to go live. I'm taking badge numbers. And if you have me face the fuck down, it's going to be some more than some rioting and looting that's happening. Okay? Understand that shit. You better come collect your officers before there's a fucking protest surrounding your police station that you got to answer to. It's bad enough that Marty Walsh don't have a violence prevention plan. Only jobs he can fucking offer is construction jobs. Like he funneling everybody to work with their motherfucking hands. Like our kids don't have fucking talent to. The first time in history, we got a black police commissioner. I dare 6 of you motherfuckers to pull me the fuck over.
Oh, okay.
I promise you, I'll give you a reason.
Whoa.
Assholes. On a fucking Sunday. His grandmother in the fucking parking lot.
Never on those
dead
Sundays.
In fucking street. And nothing. Y'all stay talking about this restorative justice shit and how you want to try to.
Okay.
Fuck y'all. Do better. You want me to be happy that he in that fucking seat? Do better. Nobody was in that parking lot. Y'all was gonna fuck him up, huh? Before you fucking left. Tag y'all's commissioner. So they would have a reason to lock him the fuck.
Fuck the police. Fuck the commissioner. The shit that just transpired on fucking Fennell Street and Rock and little training shit, teaching teenagers how to be cops. My daughter looked at them sideways. The fuck you mean? The fuck you mean?
Whoa.
They don't want your little summer job training them to be fucking bitch ass niggas. Who wants that?
Not me. Sorry. My
that
bad.
boy on a fucking Sunday minding his business. Y'all followed him up into this fucking parking lot and you knew you was wrong. And you knew you was fucking wrong.
Not on no Sunday. Never
and
on
my
no
kids
Sunday.
got to fucking see it. So guess what? Even if you fucking kill me, you coon ass niggas, you got my motherfucking kids to fight. I'm raising activists to protest against you motherfuckers and dismantle your whole fucking shit. I'm fucking mobilizing out this bitch. Don't have nobody call my phone, not an elected official, not the head of the NAACP. Yo, I'm so mad.
Okay.
The same way with Miss.
So she seems nice. Let's listen to an interview. Here we go. So here is an interview of Crawford with Monica in 2018, I think. Let's see if we have this. This is from his Substack, Midnight Mass News by Mike Crawford.
Don't even have to talk about you today.
No, that's fine. Everything's good. Any trouble this week?
No trouble.
No, sir.
Of MS, post-traumatic stress, seizures, AIDS, cancer, glaucoma, legal, canacaredocs.com. Welcome. We're live. We're the Young Jerks. We're here every Saturday at 6 p.m. My name's Mike Crawford. I'm the host. I'm inviting all my friends to the Facebook Live too. I don't know if you can see me multitasking, but I want to make sure everyone checks out this show today because we got some great people and a lot of good topics.
No, I bet you do.
So we're going to get right to it. Nothing about me today. Maybe about Riccio.
No.
Riccio.
Noises in the corner.
No, I'm good.
Brian Riccio.
She has Brian Riccio. Brian Riccio was an anti-Karen Reed troll who, thank God, the best thing that ever happened to him was in like March of 2024 when he died. I loved the day that Brian Riccio died. Very rarely do you get to truly enjoy someone's death, but the day that Brian Riccio died was just a fucking great day for everyone. He was an anti-Karen Reed troll. He didn't give a fuck about Karen Reed. He just didn't like me. And so he showed up there, and this was Crawford's pal. And he ends up turning on Crawford after Crawford interviews me.
Ricio's here. What's up, Riccio?
Nothing. Happy to be here. Such a distinguished panel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even have to talk about you today.
No, that's fine. Everything's good. Any trouble this week?
No trouble.
No, sir.
We're not going to even, like, there's some good stuff I want to get to with you on the show, which is if anyone wants to leave any questions or comments, but an ongoing topic on the show I want to make is has Brian Riccio driven that celebrity? Because you were a chauffeur for a long time and you've driven Donald Osgood Sr.
I don't want to title you.
My show, like I'm already like
EANNON.
And you know that voice. Tito Jackson.
I would do it again in my lifetime.
Walsh.
Yeah, money wasn't there to hear.
I want to find the part where Monica's on.
Should vote for the police budget.
77% loss. How much does it cost me?
So the interest.
But you will address me.
Right.
In our budgeting, because by the way,
trauma response, because that's a joke too.
There's dollars. We're not in the deficit spending side, but the question is, are we going to do the same old stupid stuff that has led us to have the type of trauma that we have in our neighborhoods and communities?
And not just talk about trauma response, because that's a joke too. Like, there was a meeting not too long ago, and shout out to James Hill, that we need to know meeting, and it was supposed to be this accountability session. And I sat in that space, and my blood was boiling because the trauma response people go, well, we're like 911 in that aspect. And so I've come to the conclusion that the goal is not prevention because crime pays, right?
And I think he's running again. It sounds like it today.
You just like to spread rumors, don't this brother? Like to spread rumors.
I'm not the only one asking.
As long as he ain't asking me, I'm good.
Cable News they asked last night. Did she ask last night?
Yes, she did.
Yeah. So everyone's asking. People in the studio, the New Ears program wanted to know as well. Everyone wants to know. Felix G. Arroyo, just the last couple of days, story came out. Basically, he's been under kind of a cloud. Lost his job at working for the city of Boston.
Quick fast.
And now
with no thought process.
It looks like he may kind of be exonerated there because
Arroyo had an accusation. He was never criminally charged. He was never arraigned.
Right, I forgot. You made that business and nothing ever came out.
Nothing. Sewn up shirts, and you have college kids, and you have teachers and police officers who are extremely racist, and you don't know until you press one of their buttons, or you have a Trump run for office and forces everybody to show their cards, right? And so when you're dealing with it at that level, it's just like when I did the Fight Supremacy March, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say when they come out to the racist rally.
And so we did the Fight Supremacy March, and it was amazing, right? And you got 45,000 people show up to Roxbury. We marched to the Commons. A week and a half, 2 weeks, Marty Walsh, don't go to that march. Everybody stay home. Don't go to that march. Go shopping. We even had some people within our community talking about diverting. Listen, he even sent some of his delegation to call my phone and ask me to change my mind, right? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the conversations that I have, because this is who I am. First and foremost, I'm not in these streets parading. I'm not getting a permit. If I get a permit, that's a parade. I'm not parading in these streets. This is racism. That's first and foremost. And I know my rights. After 100 people, I don't need your permit, right? The other piece is He was forced to come out, right? When 45,000 people show up in Roxbury, he shows up and he says, Monica, good job, right? Because now you're in a situation where I just pulled 45,000 people to your city against racism. You gonna tell me it don't exist? We go down to the comments. It was ridiculous. But realizing this, right? Because people like to jump on the Trump guys, like when he allowed 720 units to be in Roxbury.
I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip.
Closer to the mic.
The racism, people like you do, right? Be around. What if
like that? D'Angelo's isn't there anymore, right? So we have to be. While their case is adjudicated on a reasonable doubt.
I'm going in.
Is now on the board. Samson, you know Samson?
Samson called my phone.
So now they're going to talk about Samson. Samson is a paralegal for Bill Gens, who is the attorney who represented the Canon 9 and got them off of those charges. He's a real good First Amendment guy. Mike Crawford hated Samson, and so did Monica. They hated him. And they called them a white supremacist because that's what they call any white person who doesn't agree with them is a white supremacist.
Told me if black
a mass can.
And if it ends up like Colorado, where there's one black-owned dispensary, then we have failed the people of the state of Massachusetts.
Let me ask you both, everyone, a real quick question at the end, and we need quick answers because we're over time. Mass Can Normal recently had a board election, and one of the speakers from the alt-right event that you protested, Monica, is now on the board. Samson, you know Samson?
Samson called my phone and told me if Black Lives really mattered that I would shut up. So yes, I know Samson.
What do you think about Mass Can Normal having someone like that on their board of directors?
I think that by them doing that,
racist.
They just diluted their message, right?
Delegitimizes it.
Say it again.
Does it delegitimize that?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Because then you get a person of color like me who knows who he is and you go, yeah, so your focus is not to have us be included in that process because you just isolated a whole community.
Thoughtful when it comes to this. We're going to talk possession 710%.
He didn't feel like I had the right to bring 45,000 people.
The Cannabis Control Commission gets this.
Came together. They had a council.
It's from Oakland.
In this regard, no.
And on this one.
Hey, man. And the thing is, we will have what we've always.
I think people forget. People still being arrested in Massachusetts, both federally prosecuted as well as state. We're still seeing people of color. We're still seeing white guys even.
Seeing people
are still being busted.
We're still seeing people of color. We're still even seeing some white people being arrested too for drugs. Yeah.
So I don't want to see that continue. Like if we don't have delivery only, if we don't have all those things we talked about, the busts continue and they may even increase. So
right.
Thank you, Tito, for being on it. We'll be back next week, Young Jerks, 6 p.m. I want to thank everyone again for coming in. And thanks for all the comments, listeners. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you, Herbie, WEMF Radio.
So this is like who Crawford was before Turtleboy. Like, and that's why it's like when you see Howie on there, it's like, bro, do you understand what this guy is? Do you understand who this dude really fucking is? Because this is who he really is. Like Howie used to have me on all the time to rip on Monica Cannon Grant. And like, I don't think Howie gets it. But hey, that's his call. Anyway, back to this. Where was I with this? All right. So let me pull up here another thing on Monica. Because this is a progression. So now we're in like December 2020. She is still being kind of like honored as some sort of like civil rights icon. Okay. And that's not the case. Then we get to May of 2021. And there is a girl in a town of Hopkinton where the Boston Marathon starts named Michaela Miller, 16 years old. Very tragic story. She commits suicide. She's a black girl and she was a lesbian and she had a girlfriend who was white and they broke up and the white girl broke up with her. And that girl's name is Caitlin. And so she breaks up with her and Michaela doesn't handle this very well. And she's very upset. And the girl, Caitlin, she tells her guidance counselor that Michaela sent her a video of herself choking herself out with a belt. And so she reports this to the guidance counselor who at Hopkins High School, who does nothing with it. Okay. And Michaela ends up walking down to this path in the woods and ties a belt around a tree and chokes, kind of puts it around herself and chokes herself to death. Okay. What the police wanted us to think that Sandra Birchmore did. Michaela Miller did that. And so that's how she killed herself. And it was very tragic. And earlier in the night, she had the girl, Caitlin Anderson, the girl who was her ex-girlfriend. She had gone over there to like get some of her shit. Okay. And she didn't drive. She was picked up by some of her friends. She was from a little town in central Massachusetts called Brookfield. And so she went back. Her friends were still she had all these friends from Brookfield, and they drove her to Michaela's apartment where she lived to get some of her shit. And they got in an argument or something. And then she got in the car and then they left. And so she kills herself. Very sad. Monica finds out about this. Okay. And Monica turns this immediately into Michaela Miller was murdered and lynched by 5 racist white teenagers. It was like all over the news. If you missed it, Michaela Miller Hopkinton. Let's see what happens when I Google it. The aftermath of Michaela Miller's tragic death. After Michaela Miller's death, Hopkinton, Mass faces a reckoning. What happened to Michaela Miller? This is what they say. She was like, we continue to mourn her. There was no way she could have killed herself, blah, blah, blah. And the person leading this charge is Monica Cannon Grant. If you Google Monica Cannon Grant, now it's like convicted fraudster. Her mother, who is also a scammer, kind of puts it out there that also the mother, I guess, was abusive towards Michaela and had a charge of child abuse that she was facing against her. She was so ratchet. Calvina Smothers, I think was her name. Struthers, that was her name. There she is. And the medical, there's this whole thing demanding that Michaela Miller was murdered. And they're like, we want a full independent investigation and autopsy and blah, 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 blah. And they raised all this money to get an independent autopsy done. And Monica just kept that shit. Monica just pocketed all the money. There was no independent autopsy. It was never done. She just pocketed it all. She raised 50. I forget how much money she raised. It was a lot of fucking money. And yeah. And Ben Crump came to town. And Andy No, remember that motherfucker Andy No, the reporter, the Asian guy? I sent this story to Andy No, and I did all the fucking work for him. Andy No, he's got over 1 million followers on Twitter. You might have seen him before. And him and I were communicating back and forth about this story. And then Andy No is like, okay, I'm going to write a story about this in Newsweek. And he does it. And he just steals my story. He doesn't mention me. He doesn't fucking cite me. Nothing. I did all the fucking work for him on this story. And it was all a grift. It was all just Andy knows a grifter too. Right. Anyway. So she holds, let's see. Here it is. Hundreds gather at vigil held for Michaela Miller and Hopkinton. Look at this shit. You're going to make us watch a commercial.
Gathering in Hopkinton this evening, rallying for 16-year-old Michaela Miller, who was found dead near her home last month. The rally itself is now over, but the crowd has now moved onto the street to continue the demonstration.
There's Monica right there.
And her mother just spoke to supporters about an hour ago.
She says her daughter was attacked hours before she died.
No, she wasn't.
Demanding answers. WBZ's Christina Hager is live with that mother's message tonight.
Emotional vigil and rally here. I'm at a street here. Michaela Miller's mother addressed here at the marathon start line.
Say her name. Say her name.
A crowd on the Hopkinton town green mourning the death of 16-year-old Michaela Miller.
Now keep in mind, right? They are accusing 5 innocent 16-year-olds of murdering her, of lynching her. And this is how they're being portrayed in the media as literal murderers. They're calling these innocent children. It's like the McAlberts, except actually innocent. There is not a shred of fucking evidence at all. They investigated these kids. They were on the Mass Pike at that time. They got him somewhere else at the time that she killed herself. Right? Undeniably.
Mother Calvina Struthers.
And again,
my bright and shining star in this.
Again, Crawford completely fed into this lie. Crawford was completely on the side of Michaela Miller was murdered. Completely.
Crazy world.
High school students were let out of school before 11 this morning, well before this gathering for their classmate who was found dead in the woods last month. In the absence of real answers, rumors have alleged she was bullied and murdered.
Is an unspeakable tragedy.
Even though the district attorney, Marion Ryan, says the cause of death is not known yet.
I want to make sure that I am clear about my goals in all of this. It's to have full.
Anyway. So
her mother says she was attacked by them. Around 9:30,
hold on, here we go. Here's the time.
Ryan, Michaela was found dead in the woods on April 18th at about 7:45 in the morning. The evening before, the DA says she was in a fight with other teenagers. Her mother says she was attacked by them. Around 9:30, Michaela's mother went to sleep, according to the district attorney, believing that Michaela was still in the apartment. But later that night, they say between 9 and 10, the DA says data from Michaela's cell phone shows that her phone traveled about 1,300 steps, roughly the distance between her home and where she was found dead. The district attorney has also said that the teens in that previous altercation were not in the area around the time of her death. The DA is promising answers.
It was a complete fucking lie. The whole thing. It was like one of the greatest scams, and Monica got fucking rich off it, right? And she, like, I did a whole story on this, and I had Caitlin Anderson's mother, who unfortunately passed away a little over a year ago, on my show in 2021. It was the biggest show I had ever done at the time. I had 900 live viewers. It was big. There's me in Hopkinton. This is me. No, this is my old show. This is me back in the day when I went down there. Okay. But I mean, just look at all these headlines. Look at these headlines. This is all Monica. She did all this shit. There's Michaela. There's her and her girlfriend, Caitlin, very sad, right? And then Monica shows up, and she's like, Michaela Miller was murdered. Here she talks about cheese sandwiches. Listen to this.
Right? But understand everybody has a part to play. If you choose not to use your voice and your privilege in this moment to highlight what is happening here, it will continue to happen.
Notice that like almost everyone here is white because it's Hopkinton. And again, this is like a phenomena in this country. Like there are liberal white people love to get told that they are racist by people like Monica Cannon-Grant. They love it. It's just like, oh, just tell me how bad I am for being white. And just who do I write the check out to? Like that's what these people are. Who do I write the check out to? Because I don't like you get called racist. It's like I ain't fucking with that. Oh no. Just like, but not me. See, that's the difference between me and them. It's like, you're not going to bully me into fucking shit. I don't care if you call me racist. Your words mean fucking dick all to me, right? I know what I am and I know what I'm not. Okay. So you mean nothing to me. Michaela Miller killed herself, right? And that's a fact. And you can call me racist. It doesn't matter. She wasn't murdered. She wasn't fucking murdered. And Caitlin Anderson and her friends did not kill her. Okay. And this is evil, what they did to these kids. This is evil. And Monica Cannon-Grant led it. And nobody else had the fucking balls to call it out except for yours truly.
Everybody here has an obligation, and the thing that they love to quote me and saying, and Tori, where are you? You quoted me.
My girl. My homegirl, y'all.
GBH, my bad. Wrong network. Don't come here today. Go home and eat your cheese sandwiches.
Don't come here today. Go home and eat your cheese sandwich and say I showed up for the N-words, she says. And anyway, so that was me back in the day doing all this stuff. And as it turns out, like I said, I got like the actual text messages from, let's see. Here are text messages from Michaela to a mutual friend that the police and DA's office have seen, in which she talks about her drug use and admits to phone calls. This is a teenage girl who's suffering from depression. I didn't want to treat Caitlin wrong. A lot of stuff just happened in my life. I loved her a lot, and I feel like shit. I know, I don't know. I don't want to treat Caitlin long, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm sorry. Do I get a sandwich? I'm drunk. Okay. Declan is being Zans, but I'm not trying to kennel out. I think this is a poor decision to be around this stuff. I agree, but I don't feel like being home and sober. I'm going to do Xanax and smoke. So this is a girl who's depressed, abusing drugs. I'm going to do shrooms on Saturday. Blah, blah, blah. And there she is with her piece of shit mother. And this is after they broke up. Caitlin Anderson attempted to remain friends with Michaela, but she was not handling it well. And so Caitlin writes a letter to her guidance counselor, Miss Murray, and says, I know this is late, but I'm really worried about Michaela. And I didn't know who else I could talk to. I know that you're her guidance counselor, but I think she really needs someone to talk to. She's been crying and having panic attacks all weekend, and she normally never does. Okay? And basically, that's the guidance counselor. And she goes, I don't trust her alone with herself. This is what she says. I don't trust her alone with herself, and I'm scared she might hurt herself. So the girl who's accused of murdering her by Monica Cannon Grant, literally a teenager, seeks out the adult and is like, hey, I think she's really saying scary shit. Can we do something about this? And they do nothing. And then she kills herself. Okay. Hi, Caitlin. Thanks so much for reaching out. I'll definitely check in on Michaela. She never did. Would it be okay if I let her know you reached out? If not, I understand. She, her, hers. Okay, that's good. At least she's got the pronouns in there. This is Ayanna Presley. Congresswoman Ayanna Presley writes, and this tweet is still up. Michaela Miller deserves to grow old. She had so many basketball games, road trips, and HBCU, oh my God, homecomings ahead of her. She deserved childhood. Yes, she did. And unfortunately, she killed herself. You know? And so she sends this to her, and they do nothing. They do nothing with this. Okay. And yeah, so that's Monica Cannon Grant's grift when it comes to that. And let's see, do we have anything else here? What's this one? Okay. So that's 2021. Now we're up to like May of 2021. Fast forward to this is her interview. She did like an interview. Actually, we'll skip that one. Let's get to the COVID scam. Oh boy. A lot of COVID scams going on. The money, the government was just handing out money left and right. It was a free lunch for people like Monica. Okay. So I did a public records request. Let me go over this story. Last September, I filed a public records request with the city of Boston requesting all emails between Monica and the city of Boston, as well as checks paid to her to Violence in Boston. I noticed that her nonprofit had not filed their annual reports or done their taxes, despite being a multi-million-dollar organization. And here is Andrea Campbell. This is the Attorney General of Massachusetts, who did nothing at all to investigate the death of Sandra Birchmore or John O'Keefe. Has done nothing. You know why she's not interested in investigating the murder of John O'Keefe or Sandra Birchmore? They're the wrong skin color. That's what it comes down to. Andrea Campbell has no interest in that whatsoever. Okay? And there she is doing that because she's good friends with Monica. And so anyway, the city of Boston had 2 weeks to get back to me about my request, but it took 11 months for them to do it. But finally, I got it back, and I got this letter from them saying that we are pleased to inform you that the Violence in Boston, Inc. has received $53,977 from the Boston Resiliency Fund. So they got 54 grand from the city. She was upset that she didn't get it fast enough and claimed that she was low on funds. Okay? But that was before George Floyd got killed. So the money wasn't really streaming in then. And then 4 days after getting the $54,000 in COVID relief, which she never posted about publicly, she was asking for more money. So I put all these shit together. I put it all together here. Okay? All these people got money. And there she is. Okay. Who's that one? And this is just crazy. Go read this whole story if you can. All right. Crazy story. So again, we're getting somewhere here, right? I'm kind of like the little engine that could here. And I am exposing. No one else in the media would talk about this woman. Everyone could see what she was. And that the Boston Globe and Boston Magazine and Sue O'Connell and Crawford and all of them are just throwing praise at her because they're scared. Because they're white people and they are petrified of calling out somebody like Monica Cannon Grant because they don't want to be called racist. That's all it comes down to, right? And I don't give a shit. You calling me racist means fuck all to me. Nothing. It is, your words mean nothing. Just like with all these other motherfuckers. That's what they don't understand. It's like, you're just the latest Monica Cannon Grant. All these people trying to take me down. You're just the latest Monica Cannon Grant. You're not going to succeed. Monica's getting sentenced Thursday and I'm going to be there. And I knew this day would come someday. And so suddenly one day I woke up on October 19th, 2021. And holy shit, all my hard work paid off. I did not see this coming. Monica Cannon Grant does a live stream that morning. Okay. This is my
I didn't know this new hair formula could do this to my hair. Before you blow another $100 on prescription drugs, your doctor pushing.
Donald Trump Jr. here. I need to tell you about my friends over at Tax.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is my live show. This is on Rumble. Rumble makes you watch ads. Oh, here it is. So this is Monica's doing a live stream when her house gets raided by the feds. Watch this shit.
My sister is upstairs. To scare my sister out her sleep. Tweaking. Ariana, get up.
She's not holding a bag. She's holding a baby. She just gave birth. She has a baby. She's holding the fucking baby, thinking this will keep the cops away from me.
We have a search warrant for the phone.
No, you don't. Mom, looks like you have a search warrant for my phone.
Her own. That is Monica's baby. She's holding her own baby like that. Okay. For some reason, Monica decided to get pregnant at like 42. It is her baby. Okay. That she is holding there. And she thinks that like, if I hold the baby up, then the cops aren't going to get me. Our oldest kid's like 20 something. Right. But you know, fuck it. Just keep firing out crotch fruits left and right, whatever.
Because I need everybody to calm down.
We are.
Where's the husband?
That's clear. He's outside. Don't
touch me. Don't touch me.
So that is Monica Cannon Grant, the 2018 Ratchet Madness champion, getting her like they're live streaming it and they're like, yeah, and we have a search warrant for the phone. So your live stream is officially over. Okay. And her husband, Clark, was arrested that day. She was not. So Clark gets arrested that day. And he, as it turns out, was arrested for pretending to have no income in order to qualify for COVID unemployment relief while being paid by violence in Boston, falsely claiming to be an independent contractor who lost business as a result of the pandemic, stealing 68 grand from the taxpayers. Okay. In order to prove to the government that he was self-employed independent contractor, he made up a fake name and an address where he was supposedly working. Turned out not to be a real person, not a real address either. Okay. He made 70 grand working for a fake company, which was violence in Boston. And he's claiming to be unemployed. In May of 2021, they attempt to buy a house. This is what gets them caught for $410,000. And they tried to get a mortgage loan, but his personal bank account that the company and unemployment were depositing funds in had less than $1,000. So how are you going to get that? In order to qualify for a loan, he used the Violence in Boston bank account as a personal asset, which had 450 grand in it. This is how he gets caught. Okay. So he gets arrested on this date. There's a whole indictment, a whole thing I do here. Okay. And, you know, Turtleboy was right, but Monica's not arrested yet. So Monica's not arrested yet. So we're not like completely there yet. Right. Well, next. Okay. Another grift she had going that I found out was the fake autopsy. This is like right around Michaela Miller time too was going on. And Monica does a raise $60,000 to do an independent autopsy for Michaela Miller. And she never got one done. And she's like, anyone, I don't know if racism makes reporters lazy, but Angela Estes and Shelley Murphy, your email, I realize you don't have many black women in your circle. We always have receipts. Now, spoiler alert, she doesn't have any receipts. Okay. And so, yeah, look at this, $60,000 to get the independent autopsy done for Michaela Miller. Oh, this is the smoke alarm one, I think.
Independent autopsy yesterday. I got on the phone with Tito Jackson and the funeral home. We paid to transport Michaela to an independent autopsy yesterday.
Michaela Miller was cremated. So there's that.
And speaking with this doctor.
The doctor. Okay. Who's the doctor?
Do y'all realize that the autopsy that we paid for took 2 to 3 hours?
Oh, okay. What happened with the autopsy?
2 to 3 hours.
Smoke alarm.
In fact, this particular doctor stated,
like, why the smoke alarm?
The funeral home does not have to leave. They can actually stay because we had to send Michaela out of state to have it done.
Oh, out of state.
Because it only takes 2 to 3 hours. And we don't want them to have to go back and forth.
Smoke alarm.
Being that we are out of state. So have them stick around.
What?
Because it only takes 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
For this autopsy.
Okay. So she said they're going to get an autopsy on ashes and with an unnamed doctor in an unnamed state. And that doctor is going to prove that Michaela Miller was in fact murdered. But as it turns out, there was no doctor. There was no nothing. And, you know, Monica Cannon Grant just kept the money. It was just another one of her many, many, many scams that I exposed because no one else in the Boston media had the balls to do it. And people like Monica were able to get away with their crimes because of people like Crawford, like gutless cowards that just went along to get along. Like that's all they did. Not me. I'm the opposite of that. I don't give a fuck if you ruffling. I don't care. I don't care about who you come at. No, you don't scare me. No one scares me. And then one day in a beautiful day in March of 2022, Monica Cannon Grant is indicted as well. Okay. And I do a victory lap where I do the top 18 politicians, media outlets, and organizations that help Monica Cannon Grant steal millions and defraud the community. Okay.
$1 million. I did a live. I think a black kid ain't never seen $1 million. I did a live. I think a lot of people assumed that that money was in my personal bank account and they tried to MC Hammer me, for lack of a better term. And so I had to kind of navigate and deal with that. One of the things that people don't understand is you don't get to touch that money, right?
No, you don't.
Unless you want to go to jail.
No.
I'm going to any person who goes from the bottom to the top real fast. The moment that
and then she laughs at the idea of being audited.
It's not my story. The way that I show up and the way that I interact with people has to be a certain way, but it sucks. It sucks on so many levels. So, definitely went through a year of just ups and downs, being taken advantage of, giving so much money that I'm going to be audited for it.
You got audited. That's for goddamn sure. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So then I did a story. I did a little victory lap here about, she believed their attacks on her were divine.
Community, and I'm a success. I win.
Oh, you win. Okay.
Every time that they create these campaigns to try to degrade, disrespect, and devalue me, God blesses me.
Oh, okay.
Another grant comes.
A
Another
grant?
partner comes.
Oh.
Another supporter comes. So I'm starting to believe.
Another grant comes. No matter how much they come at me, white people just keep throwing money at me. Okay.
I'm starting to believe that the prerequisite to my blessing is to go through this a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. She's basically divinely.
That's the prerequisite.
Yeah. You're basically God. Right. Okay. So here's some politicians that really had her back. The media, Crystal Haynes from Boston 25 News, interviewing her, making her like legitimate. Who else do we have here? Sue O'Connell. Here's Sue O'Connell interviewing her.
Violence is a symptom of poverty, and poverty is man-made. I can save or attempt to save one life from being killed or from being hungry or from being homeless, then my job is done. I started this work because somebody tried to kill my son while I was standing next to him and pulled the trigger of a gun.
Activist. And by the way, I guarantee this never happened. And if somebody did try to pull a gun on her son, it's because her son is a gangster rapper who glorifies gun violence. And that tends to happen sometimes.
I've done this work out of my house for a number of years. And now we're finally being able to centralize it in a facility where we can bring people to.
I mean, look at this is after my reporting began. NBC 10 and Sue O'Connell do a whole thing about wow, what a great organization she's running here. Meanwhile, all of the money going into this is just unaccounted for. And I'm like, bro, I'm writing stories over here about all the money. Anyone want to fucking take an interest in it? Not NBC 10, not the Boston Globe, but you know what did take an interest in it? The federal government did.
Up and want to harm someone. It comes from a place of hopelessness. It comes from PTSD. One of the things that we do is we have a transcend program where we'll help young men 15 to 28, but we'll also help so that it takes the pressure off the person who's actually being forced to do time.
Right. Okay.
What he went through, he said.
Okay, so that's Monica Cannon-Grant. And here's Sue O'Connell tonight at 5 p.m. I chatted with pro rock thrower and the folks working to bring hot meals to our community. Okay, Sue. Okay. Here's your push for equality. I sat down with pro rock thrower. This is December 2020, way after I exposed all this stuff. CEO of Violence in Boston to talk about the fight for equality this year. Oh, really? Interesting. Andrea Campbell had her back. Elizabeth Warren had her back. Who else? Michelle Wu had her back. The Celtics, Bruins, and Patriots. This tweet is still up by the Celtics. It's still up. Our hero among us is a force to be reckoned with. An activist who fights for her community. Monica Cannon-Grant's efforts helped spearhead initiatives to prevent violence, programs to feed families, and marches. Sure it did. Sure it did. Devin McCourty had a whole thing on there. Jim Browdy from WGBH all had her back. Who else do we have here? Ayanna Presley had her back. There she is. Who else had her back? Rachel Rollins, of course, had her back until she didn't. Maura Healey, there's Governor Healey, who has done nothing about the persecution of Karen Reed. Nothing. She sat on her fucking ass. It did nothing because she was fucking a state trooper. She was having, by the way, yeah, she scissoring. She's scissoring a state trooper. That's why. And she has the state police's back 1,000%. Marty Walsh, okay, has her back. Everyone's got her back. Joe Kennedy's got her back. All these people. Tito Jackson, former city councilor that was on Crawford's show, and the Boston Globe. The Boston Globe fucking loved Monica Cannon-Grant. A hero among us, they called her. What's this one?
Check my DM break. Nas.
Oh, this is when she got a new car. I mean, this is her greatest hits.
It is to wait. We are one. They're literally.
Anyway, so she gets all this, right? So that's in March of 2022. She's finally indicted. Okay. And I'm like, okay, but she does not go quietly. And she makes a public, this is her first public statement after she is indicted. The news gets out that she's been indicted. All right. Get out of there, Ed. So silence speaks volumes, she says. I watch the same YouTube people, self-hating people of color, artificially woke businesses, organizations, blah, 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 who broke their neck to get close to me, advise me, financially benefit off of me, lie, cry, and manipulate for a spot, and be the first to publicly lynch my character. Don't trust the government unless it's Monica, blah, blah, blah. So many black women before me have had to fight this, blah, blah, blah. I'm so innocent. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I took bullets. I'm so innocent. And blah, 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 blah. Okay, basically didn't do nothing. You know, her power causes fear, all this shit. So she has this whole thing like, I'm going to fight this. Okay, I'm going down with the ship. Fuck it. This is racism, blah, 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 blah. Now, then the Michaela Miller scam is still fucking going on. Check this out during this time. I recognize this woman from the Karen Reed thing. Someone want to help me out with this? Does anyone recognize this woman here? I swear to God, she had some sort of commentary on Karen Reed. I recognize this woman. She's some sort of pathologist. Priya Banerjee. The pathologist the Globe claims did an independent autopsy on Michaela Miller is now denying that she even spoke with the reporter. Oh, I see. So the Globe wrote a story on how this woman did this Priya Banerjee did an independent autopsy and goes, I have no idea who this lady is. I only interacted with Michaela's mom. The Globe is quoting incorrect facts after I wouldn't talk to me. Thank you for making me aware. I will be contacting their editor for a correction. Okay. That was your independent. Priya Banerjee confirmed that she performed an autopsy on Michaela Miller around the time Monica Cannon Grant was tweeting about the second autopsy. This is her. She said something about the Karen Reed case, didn't she? She looks so familiar. She's going to be on CNN. Hopkinton faces its own reckoning on race and identity following Michaela Miller's death. Actually, it doesn't. A girl just killed herself and it was really sad. Okay. Although this is ruled a suicide by the medical examiner, it does not preclude prosecution. Bullying is a crime with long-standing consequences. What is the school's responsibility? What? Why is this not a homicide? She says. I am limited to only what is known publicly. Okay. I mean, she's always got something to say. Anyway, does anybody remember who that lady was? What did she have to say about Karen Reed? I'm going to look her up right now. She's been on, I'm going to Google her right now along with Court TV. Her name was Priya Banerjee. I think that's her name. Maybe the chat can help me out here. She was on Justice Served. She's been on a lot. Does this lady know what she's talking about or not? Hold on. I did not realize she's been on Justice Served. Interesting. I swear to God, I saw her talking about Karen Reed somewhere. I'm gonna look on YouTube. Anyway, maybe if anybody has it, send it to me. I'll watch it. I can't find it right now. She was on Justice Served. Yes. Okay. I've Googled her and Karen Reed. I can't find it. But I've definitely seen her talk about the Karen Reed thing. I've definitely seen her. I forget if she was good or bad. But Michaela Miller, she was kind of all over the place. All right. So then she starts an innocence website. Okay. When Monica gets out of, after she gets arrested, she starts a whole innocence website. Like, I'm innocent. I'm going to fight this to whatever, you know? Okay. She was positive about Karen Reed. Okay. So she was on the good side of Karen Reed. Am I mistaking her with someone else? I forget. I could be wrong. Anyway. But she looks so familiar. So even while facing over a dozen felony charges, she can't stop grifting. This week, she announced the launching of her new fundraising Fight for Monica on Instagram. So she starts raising more money and saying she's going to fight this thing and we're going to win and protect black women. And I'm under attack because I'm black and blah, 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 blah. I'm only being charged. Oh, stole it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Because I'm black and, you know, I'm going to beat these charges. But, you know, there was a text exchange in which Monica admits that unemployment caught my ass because she was collecting money while also drawing a paycheck from Violence in Boston. And then her husband conspires to write a fake letter saying that VIB was closed and Monica was actually out of work. Okay. So she's got this whole thing about like, I'm going to fight this shit and I'm not guilty and whatever. Okay. Then she has this one. I will never take a plea. Famous last words. Monica Cannon Grant wants unemployment assistance as she fights federal fraud charges for what? Unemployment fraud. Because she was indicted on unemployment fraud. Okay. And then she applied for unemployment while out on unemployment fraud. I mean, it's just crazy. And how about this? Look what she writes. There will be no plea deals. There will be no plea deals. And then what did she do on September 12th of last year? She pled guilty and she's being sentenced this week. So there will be a plea deal as it turns out. All right. Then fast forward a little more. She gets 9 new charges, whatever, just throw them all in the pile at this point. Then I have her neighbor come on my show. I want to show a clip from like when her neighbor comes on my show. I want to share this part. All right. This guy lived next door to Monica Cannon Grant during the raid, and this was his like firsthand.
Good, how are you?
Good. So you're Monica's neighbor?
Yeah, I was actually at work today. It was like 9:30, and I don't know if she wants to be on care of, but my girl, she called me because all the cops are there blocking off the road. She could probably tell you a little better about it, honestly.
So I woke up this morning and our whole road was blocked off, and there was like dozens like of police, and there was these other officers called U.S. postal inspectors, and basically they work for like the United like Postal Service, but they're like employed by the federal government, and that's who like investigates like cases of like fraud. So it was like a huge thing. There was like dozens of cops. There was like our whole road was blocked off. They were like going inside the house and like pulling out like all kinds of stuff.
What kind of stuff did it look like they were pulling out?
Computers? Just papers, just like huge boxes. They were just like pulling out like all kinds of stuff out of the house. Like, the whole road was blocked off. Everybody on my street was like freaking out.
Really? What did they think was happening? Like a hostage situation or something?
Yeah, well, I had like no idea. Like they were just like waiting around. So
anyway, I ended up giving these people free sweatshirts and shit. Monica gets evicted, long story short. So that was interesting. And then what else do we have here? So while the indictment is going on, right? Monica gets invited to Billerica High School, the same high school where I confronted Jennifer McCabe. All right. And Let's see. Hold on. Is this? And there's music at the end, but it's not copyright. Okay, cool. I can play this part. So she gets invited to speak at Billerica High School, and I make this remix of her speaking at the high school, remixed with some of her greatest hits. It's like 5 minutes. Watch this. Let's watch this. And this is it. So Billerica High School invites her there in February of 2023 while she's under indictment. It's all over the fucking news. And Billerica High School invites her to be their Black History spokesperson while she's under federal indictment.
See, when I made the front page of the Boston Globe, every award you could possibly think of, every honor I have received, citations from City Hall, honored by the Attorney General, honored by all these people. Elizabeth Warren sent me a plaque for my activism. But all you Captain Save-A-Hole motherfuckers got out here campaigning for him? I'm confused. I'm gonna need somebody to break it down for me. I'm pro-love. I'm pro whoever is pro-me. And if somebody don't get some racial bias training to these white officers, we are one incident away from a fucking race war. But people think you want to fight even when you don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm old now. And I slammed my hand on the table and tried to jump across that bitch and lay him the fuck out, let him know them same fucking kids you call thugs and fucking hoodlums is the ones that I'm fucking fighting for. Y'all. I also was honored by the Boston Celtics, the Boston Bruins, and for 2020 made Bostonian of the Year. I think the award that I love the most are these two here. And it says Boston Magazine's 100 most influential people.
Oh,
right?
That's nice. Oh, yeah, give it up.
I'm anti-coonery. There is a situation in this city of house Negroes and field Negroes that nobody wants to talk about, right? And what happens is the house Negroes will always cape for the oppressor. It'll always be, Oz Master can't do it by itself. Oz Master really cares about us. Oz Master's going to make sure we are right. Now, when you Google me, it looks crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You would think I was Pablo Escobar.
Okay.
I recorded you bitch ass niggas. I watched what the fuck you did. I promise you.
Recorded?
I will be fucking Tupac Shakur dead out this bitch. You try it with mine. I promise you. Because I'm. And to the white students in here, I know it's an uncomfortable conversation around race. It doesn't feel good. And I get it. You've been riding white penis for a while. I don't give a shit. You and Tom, Chad, Bill can get it.
Chad.
Asian black man. But I get it. He living in Utah. He getting pink uncooked vagina.
Oh,
I
uncooked.
get it. I get it.
I get it.
Because we need this effort to understand that no, regardless of how many white penises she ride, and regardless of how many white supremacists she recruit, and regardless of how many Trump supporters that she support, that at the end of the day, keep your hands off. I had received over 250 death threats.
She brought her rewards with
I've
her.
had my door kicked in. I have spreadsheets of every attack.
By the
They sent me
feds.
pictures of my children threatening to kill us.
Oh, sure they did.
There are people who troll me on a regular basis on social media.
That's me. That's me. I'm the troll on social media. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I got my door kicked in by the feds, by the way, by the feds. They're the ones. It sounds really similar to Jennifer McCabe, doesn't it? It's the same shit. What I've done to the McAlberts is the same shit I did to Monica Cannon Grant and many, many, many others before her. Okay. It did not become against the law until I did it to the McAlberts. They are special. They're special, don't you know?
There's nowhere I can go where I feel safe. I had to hire. I dare 6 of you motherfuckers to pull me the fuck over.
Oh,
I promise you, I'll give you a reason. Assholes.
Easy.
The white woman. Malcolm X would have blew somebody's fucking head off.
Whoa.
And that is why I was powerful. And that is why I was a problem. Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Y'all pick the right one. Y'all pick
Y'all
the
pick
right
the right one.
Look at us. Because if all you are is black, we still fucking losing. Fuck damn shit, motherfucker. I got all the curse words in the world on my car, and I'm recording you bitch ass niggas. Be aware. Be aware.
Oh dear.
You think y'all are taking me to court this week for some dumb shit? I'm gonna give you a reason to take me to fucking court. Promise you that. Now, the last thing I would say to you is again, do not let social media, TV, magazines dictate to you what's actually happening in the world. Well, Monica, I read online and they said you did this. The truth of the matter is I ran a food pantry. Oh, don't call him Mr. Burns. Mr. Divisive. Fuck you. Fuck all you so-called black leaders. Y'all not leading shit. Y'all are cooning hard.
Cooning?
Police.
What?
Fuck the fuck.
What does that mean? Whoa.
Fuck.
Whoa.
I'm tired of
Easy.
y'all.
Easy.
Notion that we have to keep going through this.
Easy.
Watching things happen and hate each other, attack each other is exactly what politics.
What happened on that one?
Because if we're fighting, we're not talking. And coon ass so-called activists having these public safety meetings. Oh, I sat in a meeting and I demanded that they put funding towards. No, fuck your funding.
Whoa.
Dismantle that bitch. Y'all don't play for us.
Who's up?
I'm not sitting down having no conversation with no fucking cop. You don't play for us. You one cop.
Sorry.
When we talk about dismantling police departments, we're talking about the system. There's a systematic failure in that structure. And we can always argue. There are good cops. The issue is the moment that the good cops speak up, they get ostracized.
That's true. That's true. That's the first true thing she says. The moment the good, but by the way, she was team anti-Karen Reed. If you look at her tweets, her and Krusty were retweeting each other and shit. She was shitting on Karen Reed, saying the only reason anyone cares about Karen Reed is because she's white. No, bitch, we care about Karen Reed because she's innocent. Unlike you, you're not innocent. You're guilty. And if Karen Reed was black, I would have supported her too. If you can find me, and people always say, you only care about Karen Reed because she's white. No, if you can go ahead and find me anyone, black, brown, purple, yellow, whatever color you want, that they're being framed by a bunch of corrupt cops for murder they didn't commit, I got their back. They don't grow, like, they're not regular. They don't, grow on trees, like people being framed for murder. You can't find, like, that's what made the story so interesting. It's kind of rare. Or maybe it's not rare. I don't fucking know. But not as blatant.
Because these fucking cooning ass black folks invite y'all to the basketball game and got little black kids shaking y'all hand without telling them same little fucking black kids that in about 5 years they're gonna get racially profiled by that same bitch ass fucking officer. Tell these kids the fucking truth. You got them out here playing basketball with these niggas and high-fiving these motherfuckers and celebrating them and giving them certificates and let's be friends with the fucking cops and not telling them that the moment they get hair on their face or puberty kick the fucking, that they're gonna be face down, ass up out this bitch.
What? Ass out?
Fucking gonna ask me why my kids didn't go to the fucking little training shit, teach the teenagers how to be cops. My daughter looked at them sideways. What the fuck you mean?
Fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean?
You don't want your little summer job training them to be fucking bitch ass niggas. Who wants
Whoa. No one wants
and
that.
A lot of people would love to spew hatred because it's the easy thing to do. But it takes that extra step to actually try to understand each other and have conversations with each other.
Like, it was just crazy seeing her talk to every kid in the school had to go listen to her. And it's like, this is, bro, not only did she post this shit, she's also under federal indictment. It was all over the news.
If white vagina and white penises jeopardize your melanin, then we need you to sit in the back of the classroom and this ain't your part of the show and you don't get to talk right now.
Regardless of what color you were, regardless of what you look like.
Regardless of how many educated gang symbols you have at the end of your name, regardless of how close in proximity you are to white supremacy, regardless of how many white penises you ride. And I ain't mad at you, sis, because if you riding that motherfucker for a credit score, get you that house, boo, get your 40 acres in your mule. Just don't forget that you's a nigga. Okay? When they ran up on my fucking son and had him fucking fearful, and he got his hands way up in the fucking sky talking about, Mom, I don't want them to fucking kill me, so I wanted to make sure they could see where the fuck my hands is.
Bustin' on through the place, I'ma do a drill, head to the kick. If you mention me, mention rate, wet mop in red tape, don't feel me, as you let away, y'all heard me, that's fucking facts, from bustin' bitch, make it bust a chat. If you ain't triple G, you can take a lot, if you fooling nigga, don't do the tap, bitch. Yeah. Shit
you should have already been doing, because nigga, not for nothing, black people make up 53% of the city of Boston, nigga, we your votes.
Oh, we your votes.
Aside from them coons that fucking keep voting for you bitch ass niggas, we your votes.
Okay. And when I beat this case,
when I beat this case, we're gonna have a party. Spoiler alert: she didn't beat the case. She's being sentenced to jail on Thursday, hopefully, maybe. And so, let me bring up here real quick the sentencing guidelines that Dustin Chow, if you guys remember that name, he was involved in the Karen Reed investigation. He's the one whose wife used to work for DA Morrissey's office, and DA Morrissey said that there was a conflict and that the U.S. Attorney's Office should stop investigating him. And they were like, no. So this is the sentencing guidelines here. The United States government recommends that Monica Cannon Grant have 18 months incarceration. Okay. And here's why. I mean, that's weak. She told the Suffolk County DA's office that she would use public grant funds to work with youth anti-violence efforts. Okay. Except there would be no trip. She said that they're going to go on a violence prevention retreat in Philadelphia. That's what she told them. Except there would be no trip to Philadelphia, no community building, and no activities to help at-risk young men from Roxbury develop coping skills to deal with trauma and violence. But Ms. Cannon Grant knew this all along because on June 1st, 2019, 5 days before she submitted VIB's grant application, she booked a 3-night hotel stay with her family's vacation in Baltimore for July 11th to 14th with her bank, while her Bank of America balance was $1.35. Remember that Facebook post I showed you earlier in the presentation of her going like a spa? That was this. That is where the feds got this from. Me. All these people, Turtleboy's not this. Motherfucker, this woman is getting sentenced in federal court Thursday because of me. I did this. I didn't get the McAlberts, unfortunately. I got Monica. Okay? And let's see, here she is, blah, blah, blah. She was confronted with these grant spending discrepancies a year later. She told VIB's controller that her charges were all charity and mission-related expenses to pay for her attendance at the Congressional Black Caucus. Except there was no Congressional Black Caucus Foundation conference in 2019 either. Oh, oops. And the event and calendar records subpoenaed from the Congressional Black Caucus showed that while there were dozens of calendar events entries during the period that the defendant was in Washington, there was no mention of the VIB or the defendant. This, of course, should have come as no surprise because the day after her vacation ended, the defendant told another charitable organization that she was on vacation. So she's, oh my God. In 2017, Kearney Grant told TJX Foundation that she needed $10,400 to feed Boston for their Backpack 68 program, that she claimed that none of these funds were used to pay her staff. She's like, look at this. Facebook posts by Kearney Grant corroborated her admission that she was on vacation. They got that from me. This too was a lie. At the time of September 2017, she was several months in arrears on her rent. And as soon as she received the $10,400 check, she hid the proceeds by cashing the check 1,000 miles away at a Wells Fargo bank in Alpharetta, Georgia, and used the cash to buy money orders to pay her back rent. The federal investigators were able to piece together where the defendant secretly funneled the donation money from as a result of a lucky break. They found that she kept records of her back rent payments on her phone. In August of 2017, she transformed a BLM Cambridge $3,000 check for a back-to-school program into a $3,400 cash withdrawal from her son's Bank of America account. Wow. There it is. On August of 2019, the Cambridge Women's Commission $500 donation check to support a conference found its way to a Dorchester check cashing shop courtesy of Monica Kearney Grant. In September of 2019, she needed money for a rental car because her son got into an accident and totaled the vehicle. So she posted on Facebook about that. Kearney Grant casually remarked in an unguarded text conversation with another community activist that she intended to use her charity, presumably to obtain money to pay for the rental, to temporarily replace the totaled vehicle. So whenever she needed money, she just went online. She's like, hey, y'all, I got a black femme woman who needs her rent payment back, and she's really struggling. Or I have all these black kids that need backpacks and this and that. And everyone was afraid to call her out because it's like, oh, we don't want to go there. That's racial issue. That's a tough one. She might call us racist, and we don't want that. And then Turtleboy comes along, and I'm just like, yeah, call me racist. I don't care. That means nothing to me. It means fucking dick all to me. I know what I am, and I know what I'm not. And I don't give a fuck. That word is meaningless to me if you call me that. Meaningless. I just got to figure out how to get a rental. But I'm going to see if I can get some white. Look what she writes here. She goes, this is a text. She goes, I just got to figure out how to get a rental, but I'm going to see if I can get some white woman to pay for it. She actually put that in the text message. I'm going to see if I can get some white woman to pay for it. Oh, like literally everything I said she says this. Like right there, I'm okay. I just got to figure out how to get a rental, but I'm going to see if I can get some white woman to pay for it. In April of 2020. And this is all fucking me. Remember that story I showed you earlier about the COVID grant for $53,977 that I did a FOIA request for, that the city of Boston took 11 months to get back to me on. Oh yeah, that's in the sentencing documents here. In April of 2020, the defendant spun a false financial statement to the city of Boston to obtain a $54,000 COVID grant. Once the check was deposited into VIB's account, Violence in Boston's account, Kearney Grant, following her old playbook, systematically siphoned the money through cash withdrawals and and all these, whatever, to her Zelle account, pocketing thousands in cash for herself. It all went to her. When the city of Boston asked her to account for the funds, she told them that no staff were paid, with volunteers providing all the labor. Unbelievable. Seeing more opportunities for COVID cash grants, within a few weeks of grifting thousands from the City of Boston Fund in the Mass DUA in May 2020 to obtain thousands of dollars in unemployment insurance. Cannon Grant and her late husband and one of her sons, because he dies in a motorcycle accident in Stoughton in October of 2023, I think. I forget what month. They collected $145,000 in pandemic unemployment aid, all while gainfully employed and collecting income. When they caught wind of her fraudulent conduct, Cannon Grant treated her culpability as a joke, texting her late husband, "Unemployment caught my ass." For Miss Cannon Grant, it was indeed a joke because stealing money was as easy as child's play. Unbowed by the discovery of her theft, and within weeks of making light of being caught by unemployment, the defendant went back to her old playbook by spinning more lies for cash. This time, the Boston Housing Authority was her target as she used her influence as a BLM leader. Bro, have I ever been more fucking vindicated than I am right now? To reach out, this is all because of my reporting, all of it. In May of 2021, in the middle of the Michaela Miller thing, she forwarded her application link to her late husband, which they submitted a fraudulent application for, seeking $4,200 monthly rent assistance that claimed they were unable to work and that concealed income. And despite acknowledging on May 13th, application that they were aware of the rental relief funds, okay, they were extremely limited. She and her late husband collected $12,600 in city funds to pay for this rental apartment in East Boston. $4,200 a month they are getting for fucking rental assistance while gainfully employed and milking all this money from George Floyd. They applied for $400,000 mortgage the next week. While she was stealing all these funds, she filed no tax returns, an issue that I brought to light. And when the defendant finally filed her tax returns, she lied about her income. You don't get partial credit for stealing, but the defendant's letter to the U.S. Probation Office, in which she states her objections, appears to suggest that precise line. In a January 2nd letter to probation, Ms. Cannon Grant contests certain factual allegations and arguments. She said Ms. Cannon Grant used a substantial portion of the funds to support the VIB's state mission by, among other things, paying to provide food for her community. So basically, I stole a whole bunch of money, but I also did some charity. I bought some backpacks and shit. It was all good. Okay. With respect to the Suffolk DA fraud, Ms. Cannon Grant objects to the description of her trip to Maryland as a vacation, even though she says in a fucking message, "I'm on vacation." She traveled to Maryland to attend an event associated with BLM movement, reuniting incarcerated black mothers with their children, whatever that means. And she used a substantial amount of the money from the DA's office grant to help house, feed, and support a family victimized by gun violence. Oh. Okay. So she's not sorry. She's like, no, this was all legit. Okay. Oh, blah, blah, blah. With all this fraud she's got. So Monica Cannon Grant gets to write a thing about why she shouldn't be sentenced to a lot of time. And her whole thing is basically I didn't do anything wrong. So she's learned nothing from this. All right. The defendant's plea for partial credit for all of the fraud stealing schemes should be rejected by the court. First, when the defendant chose to make ATM cash withdrawals a hallmark of her fraud scheme, she ensured that there could be no accurate accounting of the funds, whether she stole all of the money or some of it. that the defendant deliberately chose a method of stealing where money could not be traced or accounted for should not accrue to her benefit at sentencing. Second, when the defendant tells us she used cash, whose word are we to rely on? Hers? This is a defendant who lied to unemployment to collect pandemic employment benefits while being handsomely paid to be a DEI consultant and $2,788 per week as their CEO, who lied about to Boston Housing so she could live in a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom renovated condo in East Boston while awaiting mortgage approval on a new house. Who lied like we're just going to trust her, whatever. We're going to trust her. It is not a coincidence that she has an innocent explanation in the defense letter for all the schemes she has skimmed cash from, but no explanation for all the schemes in which she couldn't. Notably, the defendant persists in lying to the court, maintaining her trip to Maryland was not a vacation, when in fact, in her own words, it was. Exactly. Despite deposits of $380,000 in a 5-month period from 2023 to mid-2024, while she was under indictment, she actively sought donations for her legal defense fund on her Fight for Monica platform, which I wrote about. We are still raising money. She used her social media in September of 2024 to seek additional money for her family. In the above post, Kearney Grant made an urgent plea for the public to donate to her GoFundMe so that she wouldn't lose her home. Yet in the face of this urgency, Miss Kearney Grant made an $8,000 purchase from Louis Vuitton and spent thousands of dollars for a trip to St. Thomas. Bro, she was under indictment. I didn't even know this part in 2024 because I'm doing Karen Reed at this point. I'm not paying attention to Monica. She's still grifting while the feds are watching her. Like, that's crazy. Finally, her argument for partial credit appears inconsistent with accepting true responsibility. Nonetheless, the defendant's minimization and downplaying of her offenses in the defense letter appear to underscore the lack of appreciation of the seriousness of her crimes. She may not have a criminal history, but her history of criminal conduct is extensive, spanning nearly 4 years, with much of it conducted under the calculated guise of charity. Additionally troubling, following the initial fraud charges in this case, she was not remotely dissuaded from continuing her fraudulent conduct, which included 1, stealing her father's veteran benefits, and 2, hitting up the public for charity while enjoying the beaches of St. Thomas in San Juan. In a July 8th, 2022 post-charge defiant live stream, she proclaimed that she would be dropping receipts on her detractors and calling out her critics for gaslighting. What the public now knows, however, is that the receipts say Louis Vuitton and the gaslighting is all her own. Mic drop. For all the foregoing reasons, the government believes a sentence of imprisonment is... How are they only asking for 18 months? Like, that's crazy. Dustin Chow and Leah Foley. Okay? That's wild to me. That's wild. So, that is Monica Kearney Grant. And hopefully I can't find the time. Can anybody, if anyone could find the time of her sentencing, please let me know. Because I'd love to know. I got to be there Thursday. I got to be there. And then I have court on Saturday. So, on Friday. So anyway, that's your Monica Kearney Grant. I see that 60% of the chat didn't know who Monica was. 65% of the chat did not know who Monica Kearney Grant was. And that's crazy to me because I wrote about Clark died. Clark died in a motorcycle accident. And then she blamed, it was an accident. And then she blamed the woman for murder and blah, blah. It was an accident. Okay. So that's Monica Kearney Grant. And that deserves some play there because I worked on that shit forever. So all these people like, oh, Turtleboy's not a real journalist. Motherfucker, what do you call this? Who else has done this? Tell me another reporter in this area that is like in the face, like, bro, showing up at violence in Boston, like protesting that shit, writing about it when no one else would, when every single powerful politician and media entity in the world was covering for this criminal, this fraudster. And I'm the only one out here. Me and Jay Brill were the only ones out there seeking truth and holding powerful people accountable. That's it. So there's that. Let me read some turtle chats here in the meantime. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. And Crawford. I mean, that is typical Crawford, is it not? Like, that is the kind of guy Crawford was before. And when I went on his show, I'm like, whatever. I'll take this guy on. If he wants to come on and support Karen Reed, we'll take him into the movement. I don't say no. I'm a big tent guy. And then it's like he forgot where he came from. Like, bitch, I made you. You are nothing without me. Nothing. You were a guy who covered for Monica Cannon Grant. And if anyone could find, I don't know if he's taking those streams down, send me the links to all the Monica Cannon Grant interviews that he did, because he did a whole bunch. All right. Let's read some turtle chats here. Danielle Harrington sends $10, goes, me and my pink uncooked vagina are so excited to see justice coming for Monica Cannon Grant after all this time. Aren't we all? Thank you so much, Danielle. Paul sends $10, goes, fuck, marry, kill Monica Cannon Grant, Wendy Murphy, and Trent. Oof. Gotta kill Monica. Mary. Fuck, I guess. I mean, if you marry someone, you gotta fuck them. So I guess I would just fuck Wendy Murphy, probably, just because it's one time and then you'll never have to see her again. And then I would marry Trent, obviously. So there's that. Next, Paul sends, Lena sends $5, goes, I laughed. What is Lena saying there? I laughed so much at the Trent dog humping you. My stomach hurts as I've laughed so much. I love watching you here in the United Kingdom. Tuesdays and Saturdays are always late nights. You are an inspiration. Should be so proud of what you've achieved. Free hump daddy. Peace to your bump grease. Thank you, Lena. Lindsay sends $10 and goes, the U.S. attorney that tweeted about your contribution to freeing Karen Reed the same U.S. attorney that Morrissey emailed asking to charge you with witness intimidation. He never emailed the U.S. attorney. He emailed the attorney general. That is he emailed Andrea Campbell and asked her to have me charged with witness intimidation. And she told him to fuck off because she has no interest in that, because the Karen Reed story is white people against white people. Andrea Campbell has no interest in that story whatsoever. Shannon sends $5, goes, Captain's log, mom on snow day 4, save me. Just sending good vibes and ready for free Turtleboy. We need Trent's fridge repair in the merch store. Yes, we do. Thank you. Linda sends $5, goes, Cryford is a pussy bitch white apologist who is so insecure he has to be sorry for being white. He should just be sorry his father didn't swallow. Oof. Fuck them lady boys, free the turtle. And again, this is not like Karen Reed related drama. This is Monica Cannon Grant related drama, which is fair game. And I get to call him out for this shit because he platformed this pig. And she's being sentenced. And so this is my touchdown dance. Okay. Do we have any cash apps here? I don't think we do. All right, cool. All right. If anyone else wants their donos read, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat or cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy. All right. Last thing we're going to get into here. Right. My hearing on Friday, because I'm not really going to do this will be my last hearing. This will be my last show before the hearing. Okay. So Robert Cosgrove needs to be recused. We've been over this a bunch of times because he is being sued by Lindsay Gaetani. Okay. And she is undoubtedly a witness because they made her a witness and she's a witness. Okay. And she was behind enemy lines for quite some time. She was friendly with these people. She has group texts with them, stuff that hasn't come out yet. Every single piece of information we've gotten from Lindsay Gaetani has come from her public posts. And a lot of these idiots this last week have been trying real hard to be like, oh, Turtleboy set her up to she sued him independently of me in early September of last year, she sued as part of my lawsuit. She countersued and sued me, and then the DA's office, Tully, Cosgrove, and all these people, which means he instantly has a conflict with her, and he can no longer prosecute me on my indictments with her. But we said, no. She's also a witness in the Canton case. You guys made her a witness in the Canton case. And now he's like, well, I'm not going to call her anymore. And he smeared her in his filings. And he's like, oh, she's a single mother. She's a liar. But she wasn't a liar when Cosgrove called her to the stand to testify against me. She wasn't a liar then. She didn't become a liar till she sued him 3 months later. Suddenly she's a liar. And the difference between us and them is when Cosgrove put her on the stand, he's relying totally on her word for everything, right? And we know the word isn't a receipt, okay? So the difference between us and them is that we have receipts. She posted and they're all coming from her Twitter. She posted audio of Leah Genduso calling her, leaving a voicemail for her in December of 2023 and telling her, we are going to make you a witness in the Canton case. And then he can't say anything about you because you're a witness, because it'll be witness intimidation. She says that part out loud. And there is more too. And we'll see what else she posts. Now, that happens in September. I had nothing to do with that. Obviously, I didn't see this one coming. That was like crazy to me when that happened. I'm like, what? That got handed to it. Like that worked out fucking well. Right. And so then the conspiracy theorists out there are like, did he put her up to this? Did he get her to do this? No, I didn't do shit. I didn't talk to her. I'll be right back. I gotta take a leave real quick. It's going to bother me. I'm not going to be able to think. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. So yeah, I had nothing to do with that, obviously. It just kind of fell into my lap. It worked out well. And we're like, wait a minute, she's actually a witness in this case, so he should be recused off of that too. Now, if this was a legitimate prosecution, it would be really easy to just get another prosecutor, right? So like, why doesn't he just step aside? And he's like, well, I'm not calling her as a witness. Even though I made her a witness, we're not calling her as a witness. And his argument, and our argument is, well, we will then. And he's saying, no, they won't. They have nothing to call her about. Au contraire. We have plenty to call her about. She has been inside Jennifer McCabe's house. Okay? She claims to have seen voodoo dolls in there, which she is adamant about. Now, they'll say she's lying and this and that. Okay. Disagree. But either way, she has let a jury decide that. A jury will decide that. And Cosgrove's interest, regardless, is to smear her because he's being sued by her. So his interest is supposed to be to seek justice, but it's not. It's to smear her. Now you don't have to like, I'm not asking like this whole thing about like, are you guys teaming up and blah, blah, blah. No, she's just suing them. It's completely independent. And she hates them. Okay. And they are the ones who decided to get close with her and give her access to the McAlberts. And she has seen shit. Yeah, she claims that she saw voodoo dolls of me and Karen Reed, and I believe Alan Jackson too, in Jennifer McCabe's house. These are claims that she's making. Now they'll say, "Oh, whatever." They're going to say, "No, she never said that." Okay, they're going to say, "Oh, there were no voodoo dolls in there." How do you prove that? She doesn't have a picture. There's no receipts. Okay, you know what is a receipt though? Text messages. Text messages. And this is a woman who was in constant communication with Kate Peter and the McAlberts, right? Julie, she's provided text messages from Julie Nagel trying to fuck her, trying to make it happen, right? And so she claimed that Julie Nagel hit on her, and everyone's like, that's made up. And then boom, a text message, a receipt, right? And what if she has receipts from Jennifer McCabe? Just saying. What if something like any conversation that she had with Jennifer McCabe via text message is evidence? Okay. And that, you can't lie. That's not her credibility. That's a fact. Like you can present those and there's evidence of that. And we'll see what happens. Now, what they're trying to do is be like, oh, Turtleboy is getting her to say, I ain't getting her to say shit. Oh, they're saying, oh, it's tit for tat. He's dropping the lawsuit against her. First of all, did you know that 99% of fucking lawsuits are settled? Because lawsuits are expensive. They go on for a long fucking time. Ours has not been settled. Right. But it's kind of public record that I think discussions, I forget what it said on there. Right. Negotiations. I don't know what the word is fucking for. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong word. But my thing was I felt I was defamed. Okay. And I had an issue with that. So I filed a lawsuit because that's what you're supposed to do when you're defamed. And I need some sort of satisfaction for that. And so what often happens to avoid the lengthy and costly litigation of going to trial, which definitely doesn't cost six figures. And let's be honest, even when and if I win, I would never see a penny, right? Because how am I going to get money from her? So what I really want is to not be defamed anymore. And I do not want to be called a rapist. Okay. I do not want to be, notice that stopped. Notice that stopped real quick. So anything that's happening now is completely fucking normal and was going to happen regardless. This whole lawsuit thing just kind of fell in the fucking lap. Like her going after them. I didn't that. It was like, what? I didn't even understand the implications of that at first. I'm like, wait a minute. So he has to drop out now? I had no fucking clue. I remember finding out that day. I'm like, holy shit. Remember, I was like, towel bomb. I assumed the towel was behind it. I think it was all her. This is her brainchild. So this is what, and she didn't do this to help me. She did this because she hates Brian Tully. And honestly, her grievance with Tully is completely legitimate. Completely. The dude took her phone. They lied to her. They're like, oh, we're never going to need shit from you. You know? Oh, we're never going to need your whole phone extraction. We're going to give him a redacted version of your phone. Oh, it was a redacted version of the phone. But the only messages that were redacted were the messages with Tully and the messages with Kate Peter about Tully starting on December 14th. Those disappear. Luckily, we know those messages were deleted from the Celebrate Extraction report because Kate Peter went and posted the messages that were deleted on her YouTube. We got them all. Meredith actually helped me figure that one out when we were on vacation at the Cape. It just kind of came to her. She's like, wait a minute. Aren't those on one of her Kate's YouTube presentations? And we went and watched them like, holy fuck, there they are. So she has a legitimate grievance with that, right? That they took her phone and they gave us everything, like shit we didn't need or want. Like, why am I reading messages? Why am I reading emails with her kindergarten teacher? Kids, why am I reading that? I don't need to see that. I don't need to see shit about her health shit. I don't need to see any of that. I don't need any of this. Right? And so I'm like, why am I reading all this? Why is this not redacted? Whatever. They just gave it to us. And so, and Mello didn't ask for a protective order. Anything on the phone. We can just send it to everyone. I sent it to so many fucking people. You know why? Because I could. And then Jason Broyles, like what, a few months ago, publishes the whole fucking thing. Because he can. Because he's not, the protective order doesn't apply to him. And he was given it legally prior to any protective order being put in place. I didn't send it to him either. The person who sent it to him knows who sent it to him. Jason Broyles knows who sent it to him. But guess what? It wasn't fucking illegal. So there's that. So it's all out there. So to me, her suing Tully and Cosgrove is somewhat legitimate. Pretty legitimate. Like they lied to her and they fucking gave out all her personal information and all this shit. And good luck. I mean, maybe they shouldn't have done that. And then they wouldn't be in this predicament. They shot themselves in the foot with this shit. Right? So it's, it would be better, I think, if she had a lawyer representing her. But I don't know. She's dealing with it. So to me, we'll see what happens with that. And so all this shit about like, oh, this was tit for tat. No. In case you haven't heard Lindsay Gaetani speak before, good luck getting her to do anything if you're me. Like she does not, she's like an immovable object when she gets in the zone. And I just don't, whatever. I couldn't get her to do my bidding if I fucking wanted to. There's nothing I could do. So there's that. Anyway, let's read some. So yeah, we're hoping that, on Friday, the Judge Balazos agrees with us that there is a conflict here, that he cannot possibly treat Lindsay Gaetani fairly as a witness because he's being sued by her, and that his interests are counter to what a prosecutor is supposed to do. And he should recuse himself because whatever, like, what do you care? But he's not. And he's not doing that because they don't ever replace him for him. And he knows that this case will be stateless and the whole thing will be thrown out. Excuse me, bitch. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's not my fault that they gave me an unredacted. I mean, they just handed me a pot of gold and expected exactly like, bro, you just gave it to me. They made the mistake doing that, not her, not me. That's on them. All right, we got a turtle chat here from Denise. Sends $25. Goes, hi, Turtle. Please give a shout out to my cousin Lisa. I know you won't say roll tide, but great work, and the DOJ needs some Turtleboy now. Great work on Monica Cannon Grant. Well, thank you very, very much for that. Okay. If anyone else wants their messages read, the Turtle Chat is linked to the top. If not, or Cash App, $ Uncle Turtleboy. I hope I don't miss anyone. See missing people. How do I get out of this? I don't see a cash. Let me check this one. I think we're good. All right, cool. All right. Anyone else got anything before we call it a night? Love you. Hey, go Hawks. Get out of here. I love you too. I missed the Petro, yeah. I had a big argument with a man I met from Massachusetts here in Florida on vacation about Aidan. He was trying to say he abused his wife and kids. What? I mean, there was some pretty horrific shit put out last night, if you guys missed it, I called out some trash. I talked about it on the Bus Stop Live again this morning, and I'm going to talk about it again today. All right. And let's pull something up here because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to be bullied out of shit, period. Pull up my Twitter. Huh. Okay. There it is. No way. Nobody cares. Hold on. Get to there. Oh, this is the latest lie that they've been spreading, right? So remember that Karen Reed message in which Karen Reed, that Natalie released, that said, Turtleboy is saying all the things I've wanted to say for 15 months. Okay. They claim that I doctored this. This is the latest lie. Not only did he leak a text from a sock account, so they're saying that I went on a sock account and leaked this, that I made up this text from Karen Reed, and that I went on a sock account and leaked it. Their source, of course, is you know who, she who shall not be named. That was their source of information. Okay. And they said, but it's clearly a fake. Turtleboy is sad. Okay. And then look who falls for it. Let's see. Let's see. So our star reporter BLT here says, so wait, let me get this straight. He had Tennessee Will message him, and he changed Tennessee Will's name to Karen Reed in his contacts to make it look like Karen messaged him. See, Brian, this is why you do what you do and I do what I do. Because you are retarded. And this is not drama. This is just reporter to reporter. This is why you need to look at things. I don't get my news or information from something called Raccoon Girl. OnlyFans. I don't do that. I like information, comes from sane, rational people. But you have what's called confirmation bias. You are mad at me or something, and so you're putting this out there that you just believe something called Raccoon Girl. And we tried to get away with it, Will, didn't we? We tried getting away with it. See, don't you know, Will actually texted this to me, and then I changed my contact. I changed Will's contact info to Karen Reed, and then I put it out there, and I almost got away with it. But my ex found out. And Raccoon Girl found out. And they corrected the record. And then, being the diligent reporter that he is, BLT gets on there and he's like, so wait, let me get this straight. He did this? Wow. Scandal. I have questions. Hopefully they didn't fake cry over it at least. So what else do we have here? Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So, and then Alyssa, who Wanderlust 2218, who was just doing fucking God's work on the internet. You guys should all follow her. She figures out that an anti named Missy Lurch is the one who posted it first. So she had a post at 5:55 showing the message. That message is from Natalie to Karen Reed. She's leaking all the Nat stuff. And she got it from the Testify website, the McAlbert website. And then I talked about it much later on. So there you go. They're like, he made this up himself. No, it was already out there. Long out there. Okay, interesting. And so, yeah, last night, unfortunately, a very, very private audio or video of my ex and my daughter was that I had sent to maybe we'll talk about this another time. It was just very disturbing to see that out there, that I had sent to somebody who I trusted and who I was looking for advice on how to deal with a divorce and co-parenting and stuff like that. And I'm like, look at this situation here. What do I do? And they were like, I would do this, and all the receipts are posted. They've all been posted showing, and that's what happened. Okay. And basically I was like, I don't know what to do. It's hard, when you're divorced for the first time and your kids are now they have a second home, very hard, and There's crying involved, and it's like they just got to get used to it. And you're talking to somebody who you're in a relationship with, and they co-parent, okay? And so the kid goes back and forth between the two homes. And you're like, how do I do this? What do I do? What should I do? Here's the situation. Here's a video of what just happened. I don't know what to do. And she tells you to just pick the kid up and leave. That was her advice. Just pick the kid up and leave. So I'm like, but I didn't do that, luckily. And I don't remember how I got her over my house, but I did. And she told me at the end, you're a great dad and this and that. And then that same video gets posted yesterday by her. Well, she sends it to her agent of chaos there. And, and it's framed as, oh, he's abusing this kid, or she doesn't want to go to his house. I wonder why he must be abusing her. I mean, it's fucking sick. Fucking sick. And why did they do that? And luckily it got reported and removed, because that is low. To use a video of my ex-wife, me, and my daughter that I trusted to one person and one person alone, and then use that because they're mad 7 months later about how things worked out. And so why did they do this? Well, it's because I responded to this video that Valerie posted. So I follow Valerie on Twitter, and so should you. She goes by Queen_Valerie. And I don't know who this person is, but it comes up on my feed. Okay. And I see it and I'm like, okay, let's check this out. So I play it. And this is the video that I see.
On today. Hi, I'm Haley. Today's August 21st. This is Quinny, and that's the wall she colored on today. I'm a real person. I've got a filter on my face
So the kid is writing on the wall. Okay, I don't know who this is.
because I look like an asshole. Been sick. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say aside from fuck you, Christy, you weird fucking bitch. Other child, what's my name? Yeah, I mean, so, like, fuck off. Like, suck my balls. Leave me the fuck alone, you weird cunt. That's a bad word, don't say it.
Okay.
Hi,
So I see this video and I'm like horrified by it. I'm like, what? Like, what? For those of you new here, a lot of people are like used to the Karen Ree reporting. And believe it or not, the Karen Ree reporting, despite my foul language, has been pretty tame. Pretty tame. I got indicted over some shit, but I was a lot more foul back in the day because I was covering people like this. I do two kinds of investigative journalism and ratchet shaming. Those are my expertise. And a story like this, why do I shame ratchets? Why did I do this for so many years? Because you got to call out shitty behavior. That's the way I see it. Shitty behavior needs to get called out. You know why? Because we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it like this. And this affects all of us. Because people like this, their children grow up to be them. And we got cycles of generational poverty here. And they go to school and they yell at their teachers and they're behind in their studies and they're not doing well. And it clogs up the school system and it slows everybody else down. The ramifications of behavior like this, which millions of people experience, right? There's millions of people like her, unfortunately. And why do they do it? Because no one has the fucking balls to call them out. But I do. I do. I see this, and all I can think of when I see this is how much is this person costing the taxpayers? I don't know dick all about her, admittedly. I don't know a fuck. I didn't know who this woman was when I commented on it. I didn't know a fucking thing about this woman. But I know that this behavior in front of that child is unacceptable, to swear like that. And I don't talk like this in front of my kids. When my kids are around, I don't swear. I don't do that. You know? And this got posted, okay, as Alyssa's pointing out here. The video of my child and my ex-wife, in which we are discussing trying to get my daughter to come to my house, right? And having some issues with it. This was posted. The reason that this was posted, the stated reason, was that I called out this person. I didn't even know who this person was. Apparently, her name is Haley. And she lives in Washington State. I never heard of her before. But I had to be punished for that. Because I called out this behavior, a video of my daughter and my ex-wife had to be posted on social media as punishment because I have no right. I mean, I believe the exact words were, was, Cummer on the couch, I believe that's me, should probably shut the entire fuck up about anyone else's parenting because I'm not allowed to criticize her or anyone's life in general. He's the biggest ratchet of them all. Maybe the guy who brags about jizzing on a couch. See, I've never bragged about jizzing on a couch. Okay. Why would I jizz on the couch? I might have been sitting on a couch at the time, but the jizz doesn't go on the couch. I don't know who needs this explained. And that also brings up a topic of where is an appropriate place to masturbate if you live alone? Anyone know that? Like, where are you? Like, where am I supposed to go in the bathroom? I live alone. What am I going to do? I suppose if my children are here, I go in my bedroom, I close the fucking, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it if they were here. You know what I mean? Do it another night. And so I'm like, it's also a fucking joke. I'm like, it was like, yeah, I'd rather just go in there and beat off than go in there. You know what I mean? It's like, show me a man. Like, where do you ladies think we jerk off? Seriously, real talk. Show me a man who hasn't jerked off on a couch and show me a man who's never jerked off. Exactly. Like, where do you think we jerk off, ladies? Like, really, where do you think we masturbate? Do you think we go in the bathroom every fucking time? Because we don't. Your husband, if you go to bed before him and he's sitting downstairs, he's going to jerk off wherever the fuck he wants to jerk off. You're not going to know about it, are you? Right? So I never actually came on a couch, to be very clear. Okay? But the mere fact that I would rather do that than as opposed to having intercourse speaks volumes. Then posts photos of his child on said couch. So I don't jerk off on that couch. Okay, just to be very clear. I mean, this is insane that this is even being brought up. Jokes about forgetting his kid home alone. One time. It's like, and he was fine. He slept the whole time. He was home alone for 8 minutes. Sleeping. Regularly films his kid having tantrums. Regularly. Okay. Screams cunt, fuck, fupa on his shows with kids home. Oh. On the rare occasion that they stay with him. So, okay, gotcha. Shouldn't be dog whistling his followers to call child services on anyone else. Dog whistle means you didn't actually do something. So I didn't actually urge anyone to call DCF on this person. I said, has anyone notified DCF? Because this is disgusting behavior. Disgusting. Now, will DCF do anything about this based solely on this video? Probably not. But they would if I was president. Like anyone because this affects all of us. It affects all of us, bro. We all have to pay for this shit. It's welfare. It's like this shit costs us money. Her ratchet ass lifestyle. And again, I don't know shit about her. Nothing. But I know this is disgusting behavior. All right. Shouldn't his internet presence alone, which his kids will see. Oh, his kids are going to see if they haven't already. No, they haven't. They don't watch my show because they're kids. Is repulsive enough. And because I don't bring my kids into shit. And some would argue DCF report worthy. Oh, so scared. Especially when he films and circulates videos of his own kids melting down. Films and circulates videos of it. I sent it to one person. The person making the post. Swearing and being dragged through adult chaos with his ex. Sit this one out. Okay. Sure. Right. I'm not allowed to talk about that. Oh, right. That's his move. Right. He encourages fake DCF reports. Nope. Never did that. I don't believe in fake DCF reports. I believe in real ones. And the audacity of him going after a woman who actually served her country when the only thing he served is his own ego. So again, I don't know anything about this woman. If she served her country, great. Doesn't excuse her fucking behavior at all. doesn't excuse her behavior at all. So there's that. And so I commented on it, and I'm like, I go, this is all I said. I go, good Lord, who is this person? Why is their child in a video, and has DCF been notified? And then somebody says to me, fuck off with that bullshit. I go, do you think this is an appropriate way to speak around small children? You think cussing around a kid is DCF worthy abuse? Abuse? Yes, if the person I saw in that video is actually a mother and those are her children, they are better off being raised by wolves. The kid in the Jungle Book had a better chance of success in life. You have to be trash to think that's normal. And fuck you if you don't. Fuck you. The person you are defending had literal document. Who am I defending? Can anyone explain who I'm defending by calling this person out? Had literal documented rodents raising hers. Who? I don't know who you're talking about. So why not wolves? Every mother defending you in this thread has a criminal record, and you're calling everyone but them trash. Okay, I will call out trash as I see it. Show me videos of them doing that. I'll call it out too. Show me it. Yeah, I don't know who I'm defending there. I must have missed that. So I'm like, okay, lady, easy. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say there. So that's that. Oh God, that is a unfortunate picture right there. Okay. Anyway. All right, so that's that. Here's that. All right. Anyway, so apparently I'm supposed to know who that person is and know that they're off limits. And if I talk about them, I got my videos of my kids posted, I guess. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Let me just last refresh of the turtle chats here so I don't miss anyone. Kim from Texas sends $10. It goes, can you please explain who Jay Brillo is for those of us not on Twitter and wherever she's from? No, it's actually he. His name is Jason Brillon. Jay Brill, we call him. In the movement, we call him Jay Brill. And first of all, how dare you not know who he is? He is, I would say he is the reason Karen Reed is free. And he's a very humble man. He's at every protest, raised so much money for Karen Reed, just spread so much awareness. And he is an essential cog in this movement. And, without Jay Brill, I don't know if we're standing here today. There's no way. Karen Reed might be in jail were it not for Jay Brill. And so luckily he was invited to the last fundraiser with Karen Reed where they asked him what he thought. And he was very humble. And he's like, I wasn't really, he deferred to the much better speaker, Kevy Kev. So we went to deep thoughts with Kevy Kev after that. So he kind of spoke for Jay Brill, if you will, because Jay Brill he's a behind the scenes guy. Okay. So that's who Jay Brill is. So, Erica's been down there. She's boots on the ground. You know better than anyone all the sacrifices Jay Brill made for this movement. So that's what he did. Thank you. Linda sends $5, goes, Turtleboy, I'm not telling you what to do, but seriously, it's sickening to go so low as to post a video of your child like that. I truly hope you realize that lunatic is not going to stop and have her charged for hacking all your shit and sharing it. This is so psychotic. I pray for you every day, but I know you're going to be okay. And this has to be tough hanging the dock. I'm just focused on Friday. That's all I'm focused on. Focused on Friday. This is like the October surprise. They're trying to dump shit on you and get you to focus on chat. And I'm not going to lie. I'm as a man and as a father, seeing that does something to you. Does something to you. But then you realize you're wait, you have to remind yourself that that is low. Let them be low. Let them show the world who they really are. That is who you are. You're the kind of person who releases videos of my daughter and my ex-wife, right? Talking about sensitive information. That's the kind of person you are, right? As punishment for me criticizing some random person's parenting who I don't know and don't care about and know nothing of. And I had no idea she was protected, that I'm not allowed to talk about her. I had no idea. So when they go low, you go high, as the great Michelle Obama once said. And, that's the way I look at that. And it's like, yeah, let them do that. Like, let them attack a child. Go ahead. Attack my ex-wife who's done nothing. Go ahead, do that. That makes you look bad, not me. And I'm not going to react the way that you expect. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to lash out. But as a man and a father, right? You're right. That is like, you feel like you can't protect them. You're like, you're supposed to protect them. And you trusted somebody with this that is just hurting them. You know what I mean? And you're like, there's not much you could, that shows who they are. That shows who they are. I sent that to nobody but the one person. And I will not engage. I will not post about it. I will not do anything because I am focused on Friday and Friday alone. Okay? And that's it. Let them go low. This is a desperate effort to distract us from what we need to do. So there's that. So that's what I'm focusing on. So there we go. I got a big day Friday, man. Big day. All right. I think I had a Cash App. If anyone else wants a Turtle Chat Red, do it now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Laura sends $5 and goes, she's poor than a whore with a toothache. Why sue? Okay. And Laura also sends $5, goes, thank you for exposing Monica. Good luck Friday. Much love. Well, I appreciate that so much. But I just hope J-Bro's there. I hope J-Bro said he's going to come. I hope he's there. I love it when he's there. Justice never would exist without J-Bro. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. How hard is it to leave the kids out of it? Criticizing someone's parenting is one thing, right? Posting a video, it's just so low, man. So low. I would never do that. All right. Anyone else got anything to say before we call it a night? Anyone showing your hearing? Oh, I assume Melanie, I'm sure, will cover it. Justice served. The Crawfords of the world covered my hearings for quite some time. He used to think that was a pretty important cause. If all of a sudden you don't think it's an important cause because you got mad at me, did you ever think it was an important cause? Did you? Or do you just flip-flop based on your emotions? That's the difference between me and them. Period. All right. Anybody else? All right, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Well, I am going to call it a night. And we will see you guys all tomorrow morning for the Bus Stop Live. And thank you, Miss Jenny. And thank you. Get a membership today. It'll be great. And we will see you guys. I might do a members only stream Thursday because probably not going to do one at all on Friday. Right. But yeah. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm outie. We'll see you guys all soon. Peace to your bum crease. How do I get out of this? All right, here we go. Outie. Brush your teeth.
Top down, riding down Main. It's a clear night. Screens glowing blue. Got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just try to slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. Just riding slow, gliding paper, stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine.